It's the hope that kills, my brother. It's the hope that kills.
You know, I'm telling you, HH, you gotta go back to your old school HH. They go back to the old school HH, the real HH. Come on, forget about all this nonsense.
HH, you gotta stop. You gotta talk, man. You gotta host the show, bro.
Bro, what's that AV?
Okay, Barry, don't worry. HH will host though. Like, he will. Don't worry.
I can't lie, Nomad was right about the bridge.
Yeah, but like they didn't even score one goal.
Yeah, no, Gallic. Hold on. Gallic, let me play something for you. This is HH, the old school HH. This is the old school HH. And I wonder if you guys can hear this. Can you guys hear this?
So all of this been done is just, get rid of Jorginho, Gallagher, and Mounts.
No, you guys hear this? It's beautiful because it's like...
People checked in. They got onto an airplane. A pilot went through the whole piloting routine.
Yes, I pressed stop on that video now. Yes, I pressed stop on the video.
Baggages were checked in.
Yes, press stop on that video.
These things were done.
Yes, okay. Kenny, can you please give your reaction to the events that took place tonight, please, Kenny?
I only watched the first half. As soon as Kukwela made that chance, I turned off my TV. I just knew. Like when you see stuff happen so many times, like weeks after weeks, like you don't need like 1,000. As soon as I saw him miss that chance, I knew it was done. Like, I don't know what more you're asking for. I don't know what you need. You can't tell me it's a chance that when you get a chance like that, and just before halftime, that would have the momentum would have been crazy. And as soon as he missed that chance, I knew it was done.
Yo, Kenny.
I knew it was done.
Kenny, can I ask you a question? What was the point of this game?
Honestly, I don't. Obviously, HH, I know you had hope in it. Your name is like you have to, but I just knew, especially when I'm seeing when I saw the starting 11, I was like, what?
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Can you give me the logic of why Conor Gallagher was starting as an attacking midfielder in this game, please?
You need to score 2 goals, and then you're putting formations like you're trying to defend a 2-goal lead. It doesn't make sense. Like, what's going on? You need to score goals, and then you leave in Havertz just there by himself. You're having Kante players like a right winger, right? Like, what is going on?
Speak on Kante's misses, bro. Let's get past that. Speak on Kante's misses.
No, obviously, no. The miss was bad.
If that Mount or Gallagher, people, you know what you're saying.
No, yeah. I don't. I saw the highlights of the second half. I saw the first one with the left foot. It was a tough one for me. He panicked a bit, but that second one, I don't know. Was it a good block for my man? Honestly, he should.
No. I mean, like, the first one was a bad miss, but the worst miss was Cucurella. You had too much time.
Yeah, you have to, and
you had too much time.
And it's the momentum is just before halftime. If you score that, like, it's a different game. Like, the momentum is different. You have to take that chance.
Does Alonso score that goal?
Yeah, it's just please.
No, Alonso hits that shit first time.
Pull up.
Yeah.
When you're left footed, you gotta hit that. You gotta hit that shot first time. The only time
like,
you control a shot like that is if you're right foot trying to set yourself to place that into the far corner.
Like, should try him. Honestly, you could have just lift the ball. Lift the ball.
So, no, okay, but I mean, Kenny, where do we? Because I mean, we're going to talk about the game and Real Madrid and so forth and everything. Because now this is not me being salty and so forth. City beat these guys. This ain't the same Real Madrid from last year, and I think that Chelsea were horrible. They're trash. Chelsea could have bungled their way to squaring this. The chances were there. The chances were there for Chelsea to somehow, as bad as they were, and as useless as that punk, that moron as Lampard is as a manager, they could have bungled their way. So I don't know how this Real Madrid side beats City in the next round, but that's one side. But Kenny, where do we go from here now? So now the reality is now fully set in. Because, see, I had to just allow it to be confirmed. So now it's been confirmed. Reality is now set in. Where do we now go from here?
Well, like I said, honestly, I don't know why you had hope of winning this champion. Like, there's no way, especially with Lampard there. When I saw that, like, there was no way. But me, I'm happy because I'm happy that Lampard, I don't want to hear nonsense about him having a chance to get the permanent job in it. So that's done. So now,
No. To be real, Lampard, first of all, finish your coaching badges first. Actually get a proper UEFA Pro license. Then when you do that, do not come anywhere near this because you've now failed twice. You've now failed twice at Chelsea now. So when you finish your coaching badges, never ever for the rest of your life come anywhere near a Chelsea coaching job ever again.
I saw this guy has played 22 games this season with Everton and Chelsea.
So they said it's the first time a new manager has lost their first 4 games in charge.
This guy, honestly, I thought, like, I never thought I didn't think it was that bad, but what he's been doing,
Kenny, I didn't think
this is terrible.
I knew he was bad. I didn't think he was this bad, bro.
Yeah, I didn't think the guy was
this bad. Wait, you're telling me Frank de Boer didn't lose 4 games in a bounce? Is that what you're trying to?
I'm saying he's worse than de Boer. I'm saying like Lampard is arguably one of the worst managers I've ever seen in my life. Like, he arguably is.
No, but
at least the boy, the philosophy was trying something.
No, but Kenny, you kind of got to blame Graham Potter because he put you in a situation where you didn't have no striker
in the squad.
Striker.
Honestly,
that's unbelievable.
No striker in the squad.
No,
but honestly, even if you're not playing well, man, at least you got a striker that can bag you a goal.
A striker is
scoring when he played in the Champions League.
A striker is not changing now. A striker today is not.
No. First, be like, yeah, that's my thing. Is like, look, the damage is already done. But my thing though is, look, first of all, he got the lineup wrong. Even if you don't have a striker and so forth, that's formation and lineup. You're crazy. That's why I didn't want to say anything. I said, okay, let's see how the game goes. But you're 2-0 down. You're at home, and you have Gallagher and Havertz as the 2 guys furthest up in your formation. That's psychotic. That's
so weird because
psychotic.
Basically, he hasn't played Havertz for since he's been here. He's barely played him, and then all of a sudden he starts him. He starts Sterling for 3 games, and then he I don't know what he's doing. I don't get it.
Kenny, let's be real though. Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. If Loke had buried his chances.
Sorry, Adias. His name is Locate.
Locate Smiley.
If he had buried his chances, to whatever you say, oh yeah, did he start this? But at the end of the day, there were chances there. Loke had 2 good clear chances where you're like especially that one in the first half, he needs to score that goal.
But Arias,
Well,
But Ardes, this is bigger than Kante. This goes back to recruitment. This is bigger than Kante. It's bigger than it's big. The overarching thing is this loss is just the full stop in what has been a disastrous ownership from these dudes.
You know what's weird is that possibly, and we'll see what happens tomorrow, that there are two potentially ex-Chelsea strikers that are going to be in the UCL semi-final, Milan. One of them is obviously Olivier Giroud, who obviously scored today, and the other is potentially Lukaku. So you had those two players used to play for Chelsea FC. And then now,
one of them technically still a Chelsea player. Don't bring them into this. They have Maddox. They have
You see what HH brought for us. Hyping these players like.
Wait. Okay, look. My thing though is this started. This all crap started in terms of from the summer and recruiting, because I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. That you've spent 600 million. And look at what is written. So 600 million, and somehow a coach you sacked previously, who got sacked from his other job, a coach has been sacked twice, is now your manager back again, and you are unable to score. The only goal you scored in the last 4 games was an own goal. Conor Gallagher, he didn't score that goal against Brighton. That was an own goal. It was an own goal.
I didn't really see the goal.
That made him start tonight,
this is terrible.
That goal made him start tonight.
Do you know what a psychopath said to me on Twitter? I said that, how do you start Gallagher ahead of Modric when you know that you have to counter and you need speed and perpetual movement? And this guy said, well, Gallagher is the only guy who scored your goal, so it is what it is. I was like, what? So because he scored a deflected goal, but ended up to be one of the worst players on the pitch against Brighton, he should start. And again, in this game, the guy is a horrendous he is an insult to football.
In fairness, can you actually blame Lampard when it's actually Todd Bowley giving the team talks?
Apparently,
actually Lampard?
But how I blame Lampard is, you arrogant prick. Why would you accept the job? You know you're a garbage manager. You know you're a crap manager and so forth.
But you can't blame him for
Kenny, I can blame him for continuing to be manager. You should have self-reflection to that. I'm trash.
No.
Wait, hold on. Kenny, what do you mean by no? If you know your crap.
He doesn't know though.
I swear.
Then I'm saying that he should know. He should know. Because if you've been sacked twice and so forth, but you still feel in your infinite wisdom that, oh no, I was done wrong, and you feel that you know the mess that Chelsea are in, and you think you can do well, and the proof is they're putting 4 losses. 4 straight losses, bro.
No, obviously, no. If the guy just got sacked from Everton, and then you're offering a job. Obviously, and it's Chelsea. Obviously, you're gonna accept.
Kenny. When you get sacked, you take a sabbatical. You chill. Kenny, Neville.
No.
When Neville went to Valencia, I was like, whoa, damn, this ain't for me, bro. And it was like,
United didn't ask for Neville, though. United didn't ask for Neville. Chelsea asked for Lampard.
Neville's different. But the thing is that
but see, it's a very important character trait to know when you're good at something and when you are bad at something. Because this bomb has made this team worse. I told you, if Chelsea went through tonight, it would have been through luck and vibes. There was the tactic to beat Real Madrid was put the ball wide right and cross. YSK made a very good point in the halftime space. If you look at the heat map for Chelsea, the right-hand side is like Mordor. It's like freaking Mordor, because all Chelsea did for 90 minutes was right cross. There was 0 variation. No one-touch passes. No variation.
What do you want to do on the what do you want to do on the left when you have basically Cucurella?
Kenny, as I said again, this is a larger issue here, and it goes down to coaching. A better coach and a better manager, by the time they've come in, at least you're seeing some sort of a response. But because we got a bomb to come and coach these guys, things are already bad. but you now bring a bomb to make them even worse. That's all. That's what you get now.
No, but I agree with that. But at the end of the day, this guy has been put in an impossible
He didn't need to be in his position to begin with. You shouldn't be coaching, man. What are you talking about? You shouldn't be coaching. You shouldn't be managing. What are you doing here? Why am I looking at you? I got rid of you the first time. Why are you here? Why? For what reason?
We know the guy's not good enough and all that stuff. But at the end of the day,
then why is he here?
It's a larger issue at the end of the day.
No,
like on the pitch and
speak. This is a taste. This is a taste of the future.
And at the end of
we know this Glazer experience, so this is a taste of the future.
At the end of the day, the owners have messed up the thing. Like, yeah, they've a lot of the. How do you call it?
I mean, no, Kenny, man, they've effed up this club, man. I swear
they've messed up. They've messed up.
Okay, you got your team in January.
Like I said, that's true. But like I said, the thing is, you buying players, but the squad already was a mess. Honestly, the atmosphere in the training. Sometimes I'll be watching the video they put on YouTube. Like, this man's be smiling. The atmosphere in that club must be dead. It must be terrible because some of these players.
You give this jersey too much respect, you lose. If you give too much respect, you lose before the referee even blows the whistle. If somebody has the bravery and the cojones of a Chokeze, why can't the impossible happen? Are Madrid invincible? Are they unbeatable? Because from what I saw, this game was wait a minute.
No.
If you
YSK, no, we're not doing no.
Why did you do that?
No.
Let him play that thing.
Let him play that thing. I refuse. No. This is a therapy session. This is a therapy session.
Streets.
No, it's not. This is a therapy. I refuse. Yes. Kenny was talking. Kenny was talking. And Kenny was talking to do. Guys, say what you want. YSK, you're not playing the rest of that crap. No. YSK, based on where I am emotionally right now, you are not going to do this to me right now.
Who cares when you're emotionally?
I do. You are not going to clown me. You can clown me to a certain degree.
You called us peasants after Dortmund.
You're not going
to. Nah, man.
No, you're not adding a DJ, a mixtape to it, and so forth. Okay.
We let you have your phone.
You're not adding a mixtape to it.
We let you have your phone after Dortmund.
Clown me a cappella. You're not putting any beats to my beat down. No, hold up. No, I'm not getting beat down to a beat. Hell no, that's not happening. Kenny.
Earliest, we got the man in the mud. 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 We got the.
That's actually a cool song, you know. That's actually a cool.
It was a good beat.
About this one.
The Mad in the Mud.
I got my team. Yeah, I say I got my team. I got my team. Let's sing it. I got my team. Yeah, I say I got my team. My team. Hey, subscribe.
I got my team.
It's just you've been incriminating yourself too much. I'm sorry, man.
Kenny, where's the mixtape? Where's the sound? We're supposed to get a soundtrack out coming soon. Come on, release the album already, man. Come on.
The album needs to come out, man.
Honestly, I respect. It's just the type of confidence and hope, the hope you have on it. Like, honestly, I don't know.
He deserves it, man.
No, it's not only HH though. Don't only blame HH. You know what? I saw a post like yesterday. Last night I saw a post on Twitter that said 1% chance 99% faith in it. Said 3
Faith,
points.
yes.
No,
I
I'm
saw
not
that.
gonna lie.
I saw that, I saw that.
Rory Jennings
Come
was saying
on,
that you
bro.
guys
It's
are gonna win this.
ridiculous.
Wait, HH,
No, but
be honest. HH, be honest. Did you ever think you'd hear this at the bridge again?
Don't be
You know what's
shameless.
funny though? Do you know what's the worst thing about it is? You know they didn't play the
Champions
Bro,
They
this
didn't
is
play.
man.
I
This
literally
is
posted a
I put a
tweet at the
legit,
beginning of the
legitimate
game.
video.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, why did they play that?
Because HH knew it over. It was right.
They knew it. I was like, this is an omen.
knew
They've
it
not
was
played the
alright.
Champions League. This is an omen.
No, because we know when it happened. Because like the Chelsea fans were like, hold up, is that supposed to? Because normally you get hyped for the UCL song, and Chelsea fans were like, oh, there's no UCL.
Yeah.
They're preparing for
knew.
next season,
They knew,
HH. They're preparing for next season.
They knew. Speaking
No,
of
but
missing,
honestly,
They went to the locker room again. Iqbali and Todd Bowley, they just came out of the locker room again.
That's it. Like, that's it. Like they didn't go to the locker room.
No, I saw a tweet like they're banned from going locker room at half time, stuff like that.
No, they actually after full time they just walked in like, guys. I think they said like, guys, it's okay. We'll get them next year. Come on.
no. Anyway, some of
Next
these guys they're gonna be losing money because they didn't qualify for no European competition.
Kenny,
The way
how
I don't know how some of these players like Mendy, fam. I don't if you got like
Bro, Kenny,
50K was
bro,
Kenny, I was
Don't worry,
told
we're
you
gonna
don't
draft
count
him.
out royalty, bro.
You
I
know
was
what's
told you don't
you
count
know
out
what's
royalty,
wild?
man.
No, you see that's HH words. That's not my words. Know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Potter beat this Milan side that is in the semifinals. He ended up getting through against Dortmund. Then
In
he
the
sacked
group
him
stage,
from
man.
Lampard.
Yeah, I know, but the Milan side, bro, they were. They had
but
injuries,
if they
man.
But let me put this out there because I want to, because we have to talk about both. Does this run? Do you really believe this Madrid side can go all the way?
Yes.
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 I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie
I mean,
to
to be
you.
fair,
Honestly, Real Madrid were not even playing that. I'm sorry.
It's true. Somebody even made the point. Real Madrid didn't even get out of the first gear, so we didn't really see them pushed because they didn't really
but
have
you
to be
see,
pushed and so forth.
I think Real Madrid are the kind of team that play to the opposition for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just play to whoever, like, because against Liverpool, they were far better than this.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean no,
At least-
because
at least he scored 2 goals,
no. That's like both of those goals, man. Was the way that Chelsea got caught to open was disgusting. That was disgusting, bro. Like.
No,
Chacha, man.
you gotta say
Great
this, you
Chacha
gotta-
got spinned, man, by Rodrigo.
I mean,
man.
look, that was.
crazy.
I mean, like, how do you? I mean, Chaba, how do you allow a grown man to do that to you, bro?
Yeah, that was. You should have fouled him or something. But come
No,
on.
he would have got sent off.
It's still sliding. Take him down. What are you doing? I don't get it.
Yo, HH, you gotta keep this in mind as well. If Man City end up playing them, Man City got to score. They got to kill them. You got to cut off.
No.
No.
Look, see, I do not see a scenario that City don't get the revenge. I don't see that scenario. Like for me, like I would.
No,
don't do this revenge thing, man.
No. But
You
look,
don't force his trap again, please. Don't force his trap.
They send Liverpool. They send Liverpool.
Don't force his trap, bro.
No, I think no. For me, City, I think are too strong for this Madrid side. Look, it's going to be a great game. It'll be a great game.
You said that last year, bro.
Yeah, let him say it again this year. I think it might work.
I do agree on that. I think that if Man City, the way they're playing right now, I think.
Yeah, no, the way City are right now, and also with Haaland in there, I don't think they can take it. Look, but I think but
it's going to be a close game. They're not going to.
Basically, Kenny made a very good point, which is that Chelsea were so trash in both of the legs. We don't. Like Real Madrid, we don't know what level they can go to. Real Madrid never hits third gear in either leg. In either leg, they never hit third gear. So we will now see the Real Madrid of what this side can do when they now face City next year. Just that Real Madrid is still the same core from last year, pretty much, apart from Danny there, the Bayern and so forth. But City, they've now built up because Grealish has gotten better, but specifically they've now brought in Haaland. So but I still think though, like, look, just look at those 2 goals that Real scored. And did you notice something on the second goal? Did you see Thiago Silva? Do you know when Valverde got the touch? I put it past Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva was just like he gave up. Normally you just like run half out. When he just saw that he was beaten and he saw that nobody was covering and Rodrigo was free, he was like, okay, it's a goal. He literally turned away by the time Valverde was passing the ball. Like, bro, the morale in this team must be dead.
The confidence and you've been seeing it all season. Every time we go 1-0 down, it's done. Like the heads drop. It's like themselves. They don't have confidence.
And I think that is Lampard the right guy to elevate this though? That's the thing. Is he the right man that he's the guy that can now boost his guy? Okay, look, yes, your assessment on the game, man. And then I'll go around. Chelsea, I'll take it up.
I'm gonna be real. I think Chelsea actually did well in the first half. They had chances. You had the chances. The unfortunate is you had N'Golo Kante's come back from injury, and for me, as good as N'Golo Kante has been throughout his whole entire career, he's just simply not a goal scorer midfielder. That's not what he is. So, it's interesting because I always wondered why do you guys always play Enzo Fernandez so deep? You look at position. I mean, for Chelsea Football Club, he's like a defensive midfielder, and I'm like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It'll be better if you had Kovacic and Kante as your double pivot. But
wait, hold on. I hope this isn't true. Hope Lampard didn't say this though. Like, I don't want to read any post-match conference from anybody.
I'm literally scrolling through my BT Sports things. 3 minutes ago says we were the better team tonight. That's what Frank Lampard was saying. So
even the
I don't want to play the clip because I don't want you to get copyright strike. But that's what
I mean, Kenny, can you see the moron that we have in chat? Can you see this moron?
No, but even the BT, if you watch the BT guys, they were even saying they were the better team and all that. Honestly, like I said, like they just it's just the English.
No. What made me laugh was first leg, bro. When you guys lost 2-0 and they said that's a good result.
Good result.
Because for me, I've not yet got onto because normally what I do, I go into ESPN FC and see what the guys say. I dare anybody to say that Chelsea were unlucky tonight or so forth. I dare them to say because if you understand football. Madrid were just waiting to be like, okay, Chelsea, what's the best that you have? Because remember, you idiots, Madrid are 2-0 up. So they are winning the game. So they don't have to come out. You have to come out and you have to freaking score. So Real Madrid is like, no, we don't have to come out. Give us your best shots. You're not going to score? Nothing? Really? Okay. Here we go, 2-0. So my thing is, no, Chelsea, you were garbage because Real Madrid, they allowed you to have the ball. They allowed you to play. They allowed you to dictate because they don't have to because they're 2-0 down. So if you're dumb enough or caveman enough to be like, oh, Chelsea with the better team, then you're stupid. Then you really are a bloody fool.
What's one? I think one of them said like, yeah, if they would have played like that in the Premier League, they would have been winning like that.
No, they wouldn't, man, because what people seem to forget. Chelsea play like this every week. How are you going to say it's unlucky?
No, Dr. Blake. He said if they play like this every week, Real were winning the game 2-0. So in their mind, mentally, they are 2-0 up. You see, against Brighton or in any Premier League game, you're starting at 0-0. Yeah. But in this game, the team is 2-0 up. If you're 2-0 up, why are you coming out to play and have possession? No, you take possession. And you come for us, and then we now can't see because we don't have to come out because we're winning 2-0. That's ABC of our football. So what I saw here, it doesn't give me any pride or hope because you were playing a team who were up 2-0. So of course you're going to have chances. Of course you're going to have play because they allowed you to, you stupid flipping idiots. The heck?
HH, sorry, just a quick question, and obviously to Chelsea fans in the chat. Can you kind of clarify at least with us, like when you think Chelsea will win a game next?
We haven't got to 4 points yet,
or score a goal. A goal would be nice. But
I mean, I'll give them the Colin Gag one. It went in at the back of there, but I mean, at some point you do have to win a game. Can you at least kind of let us know when that will happen?
It's just I'm not gonna the way the players are, the way I'm seeing the players on the pitch. Like honestly, I can't tell you the next time because every time there's adversity, the morale just.
Kenny, you'll beat Brentford the weekend though, right?
Kenny.
No. That's next week. FA Cup.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Next week, yeah. Sorry.
We losing.
Yo, Kenny, let me say this.
Wait, Chelsea's still in FA Cup?
No.
They're out.
Brentford.
No. Let me say this.
Yeah. Black off it.
I've been on bad teams like Ryman Youth, like played the FA Youth Cup, all that stuff, man. And when you're on bad teams and you're having a bad season, do you know what you want? You want the season to end. They cannot wait for the season to be over. they cannot wait to have a break from this because this is torture. Go into a game knowing that you're going to lose every week is the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
They can't wait until the season's over. So for them to rejuvenate their confidence, they need the season to end as soon as possible.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
This is torture.
No, Blake is completely right because I think the team, they're now in a headspace that's very difficult to get out of. Because when the confidence is low, you don't believe you're going to score. So whenever you shoot, you have no belief whenever you shoot. That's why these guys can score because you've lost so many games. You've been playing so badly. And guys, Blake, you're missing another important thing. Social media. You can't tell me that none of these players have not looked at social media at all. You can't.
Oh, no, they've seen the island stats.
So they're looking at all the stats, the Haaland, the memes, the Lampard, all the memes, and that will have a great psychological effect upon it because Chelsea are the biggest joke in sports. In all of sports, there is no bigger joke than Chelsea Football Club based on the amounts you've spent, the crazy amounts you've spent, and how look at it. Chelsea have spent an historic amount, and you're on course to have the worst season you've ever had in the Premier League. That's phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. Like it is phenomenal just how horrible Chelsea are.
Actually, one thing I didn't understand, right? In a weird way, I understood the madness, method to the madness. He stacked the midfield. He played one person up top. If you're gonna do that, then why you play Conor Gallagher? If you want in terms of scoring, if you want your midfielders, you want to pack the midfield, and you want to get goal scoring for your midfield, why don't you play Mason Mount? Mason Mount is likely to score than Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher is useless, especially in the final third.
This is horrible.
And the second thing is, why are you playing Kai Havertz? I'm not gonna lie to you there.
No, Kenny, stop it. No, Kenny, play somebody who knows how to run straight.
What do you want him to do?
No, Kenny, I'll tell you what to do. No, Kenny, what I want you to do is when you get the ball, go straight. When you get the ball, look up and go dribble in a straight line. Have perpetual movements. When this guy had the ball, I know Real have now committed many guys, so Real are light at the back. He can't go straight. He holds the ball and goes sideways and holds the ball because he does not know how to progress forward with the ball. That's how you counter. How you counter is perpetual movements. You go straight.
Kenny, my issue with Havertz is, in a way, his link-up play wasn't bad today. I understand what you're saying, Kenny. His link-up play wasn't bad today. But again, you're 2-0 down. You want to put as much goal scorers as possible. You want to get goals from somewhere. Kai Havertz had one chance today, and he was one of the most disgusting, pathetic shots I've ever seen. He passed
that was weak.
Yes, sir.
You know
the problem.
For me is this is what I would do. You want to play someone up top, right? You have two options, and Kai Havertz is not one of them. You either play Joao Felix or you play Raheem Sterling. You play two people.
Felix who?
No. You play two
Sterling.
people.
Have you been watching Sterling? Bro?
No, but
Jesus Christ.
Well, Kenny, in this Champions League, Sterling scored the goal against Dortmund. The only goal other than the penalty, he's the one who scored.
Kenny, I'm taking Sterling over Havertz. No, Kenny, I'm taking Sterling over Havertz.
If you've watched the last 3 Chelsea games and you watch what Sterling did when he came out, there's no way. There's no way I'm starting Sterling.
But you go with Havertz.
But the thing is that Havertz, you know what Havertz does. The thing is that
what does he do? What does he do?
No, but you know he's gonna drop deep. You know it's not gonna be in the box. So why play him as a striker if you know that it's not gonna be there?
You're losing 2-0.
That's the thing.
You're losing 2-0. Why do you need a striker that drops deep when you're losing 2-0? I don't get it.
Felix is not gonna. Felix is not. But the thing is that with the squad you have there, you have to start him. And the other, he's been playing the other players, and he's played Sterling the past 3 games. He's been trash. He's played Felix. Obviously, you had to. You see what he was not. You had to play someone else. The last 3 performances were not good enough.
My question.
I gave you 3 choices, Kenny. Yes, all choices are bad. I'm not saying Raheem Sterling and Joao Felix are amazing. They're trash. But you also got to give yourself the best chance. If Joao Felix and Sterling are 1% better than Havertz in terms of goal scoring, then you play them. It's really that simple.
Felix and the 9. I saw Felix. I saw what he done. He did a couple dribbles. My man made a nice run. What was he doing? He's running.
gave the ball
This
away
guy,
straight
you
away.
see, you see that footballing brain here that Havertz, that so-called football brain. This guy has no football brain. He has no IQ.
Can you let go of Havertz, bro? Havertz is... You guys need
But-
to let go of this guy.
No. Havertz is not the solution. But for today's game, I'm not gonna. Like, the guy has to play. The thing is that I'm not mad at him. I know he's not the like when it comes to to scoring goals, he's not the best. But today, you had to play him because you need. We've seen when Sterling and Felix played in the first leg, he could not hold up the ball. So at least today you could see at least he could a minimum he could hold up. The ball.
But my thing, no, Kenny. See, Kenny, beautiful. Now, if your tactic is let's try and go through the center, let's try and use Havertz to now come in deep, bring the ball, and now maybe put the ball out wide. So maybe Reece James and Kukurea make diagonal runs into so Havertz can come in deep, receive the ball, and now be like a number 10. Cool. But Kenny, what we doing? Right, cross. Right, cross. Right, cross. So there were no triangles being formed in the middle of the pitch that could now use Havertz's strength. You were going, so if you're going outward, cool. Then you best have a guy who is good in the air. Havertz scores a header once every millennium. Havertz scores a header. So if your tactic is cross into the box and so forth, then Overwatch uses Havertz. If you have Havertz, you've got to go through the center and actually utilize him and use him to now generate plays into the center of the pitch and then go out wide. But that's what these guys were doing.
But we know that Lampard's tactics were trash. But obviously, the thing of all the offensive players you have there, they're trying to cross. The only guy that can win the header is him because he's the only guy that's tall. I mean, like the Sterlings, your Felix, they're not winning. They're not winning shit. So he had no choice.
No. But sorry. But yes, this is why this is a larger issue. This goes back to these stupid pieces of dumb loser crap idiots and their recruitment in the summer. When you're recruiting, what is the name of the game? Goals. The name of the game is goals. Yes, yeah. Unless, as I keep saying, unless you're a pick spinner whatsoever, you have to have at least 2 quality strikers in your squad. So you have Aubameyang there. That's one guy there. But you see there, and so forth. Who the hell is Datro Fofana? Who the hell is he?
Lukaku.
Yeah, HH Lukaku. Come on, you got to strike.
Lukaku.
Yeah, he's got 100 million strike and Lukaku.
No. Okay, Blake. The rest is that he's not here. He's out on loan. So you need at least a minimum of striker. Hey, listen, you need at least a minimum of 2 strikers. My thing is, who is Datro Fofana? Who is this dude? Well, fine, you get him. So you get this striker, but you now put him in the you now put him like in the reserves. Because look at when we won in 2021. Who scored that overhead kick against Atletico Madrid? It was Giroud. Mm-hmm. You have to have a striker. So how are you going into a UCL campaign and there's no striker in the squad for you to go to?
Whose decision was it to let Lukaku go on loan?
Lukaku wanted to leave. Lukaku wanted to leave.
Look at the interview.
For all the slander that you gave this man, Turbo Timo. You wish you had Turbo Timo this game.
Yeah, he's better.
You wish you had Turbo Timo this game.
That's fair.
Because I remember people insulted Timo so much last year, even though the guy scored against Madrid twice for you guys in 2021 and 2022. This guy scored for you guys.
Imagine people are saying we should be regretting Timo Werner. Look how low we've fallen, man. Timo Werner, you know.
You fall and Timo improve.
What lineup would you have started? Because you guys are complaining you should have done this. What lineups would you guys have started?
I don't get why you guys play so many midfielders, bro. Like you're 2-0 down. Just go
No. As in, Blake, you're playing Real Madrid. It is what it is and so forth. You know they're going to come. But with Real Madrid, and you know how most guys, you beat Real, you have to go at them. And you just have to hope that your defenders can play support. Modric has to play there because of his speed. He has to start. Now, whether you go with Sterling or something, but my thing though is, fine, you have Havertz, but you've got to pair Havertz with somebody who now has perpetual movement and has speed. Because every time that Chelsea had like an overload and so forth, there was no speed. Because Havertz, that's not in this game. So my
last year that speed.
What is in my last season?
No, obviously, yeah, we know, yeah, Werner, yeah, we know.
Yeah, look, forget that clown.
Interesting.
But the issue is, like, you have a guy there in Modric and so forth, and let's be real, as horrible as Chelsea were against Brighton, he was one of the bright spots there. But here's the thing, though. This just shows you how stupid this idiot is known as Francis. Why did he start Gallagher? Do you know this idiot started Gallagher because he believed because he scored the goal? Gallagher didn't score the goal. That was an own goal. And Gallagher was amongst one of the worst players on that pitch. And you saw again on this game that this guy, he's an insult to football. He's an insult to football.
Even if you want to start Gallagher, you don't start him as a 10. Like, you're playing
as a 10. What are you doing? Kenny, as a 10 against Real Madrid. We are dealing with a psychopath. We are dealing with a psychopath who's been hired by Prince Charles.
You know what? It's a new era. It's called the Passion 10. It's a Passion 10 now.
One thing I don't understand is, you know, because the madness doesn't end here. You have Nkuku coming, which is another 10/, you know,
another false nine.
Yeah,
basically
right?
another one.
Let's be honest. Most false nines are basically second strikers, man.
Yeah. So
so
he's coming in the summer, and what I'm hearing is Chelsea have Joao Felix in their plans for next season.
He's a false nine as well.
That's the problem. That's what I was about to talk
about. That deal isn't happening. The Felix.
Wait, hold on.
Lampard may have done something right. Keep benching Felix so that hopefully my man doesn't want to stay and then he goes back. That's the only good thing he might have done.
Yeah, I heard Conor Gallagher wants to stay at Chelsea at all costs to fight for his place.
Yes, please.
Wait, hold on.
The problem about Chelsea is that you guys have too many betas, man. Havertz, like Modric now, he plays Pulisic position. You guys didn't really add anybody that could actually give you an impact. Like, seriously. And the person like Aubameyang, I keep going back to this. How you guys know it's Aubameyang, I'll never know. Like, you guys were really trash in this game. Like, although you guys had your chances, you guys were trash. But HH, man, let's be honest. I don't know where your confidence came from that you thought that you could get something out of this game. But you said you were bringing it back to the bridge. Like, the bridge is something special. Like, let's be honest, HH, nothing was going to happen, HH. Let's be honest. But
can you put from till now comments? From till now.
Oh God, what did he say now?
Nah, look, we're linked. We need a striker here, and we are seeing links to Nyon. Like another winger. They're buying the same. Like, I don't get these guys here. These guys have issues there. You keep buying the same.
Wait, hold on. Let me see the dubs. Let me see the dubs. It's not dubs. What's it called? RIP Chelsea Money Mace. RIP CFC 05 to 2023. HH, can we have a 1 minute silence? No, we can't.
Yeah, everyone.
Primera Marmot Kante with another stinker.
Thank you, saying it. Thank you.
Albert Cardenius. If Lamps gets a multi-year contract, is that done? No,
it is actually.
It did.
It's dub. Degree of brickness. It's dub. Degree of brickness, man, if it happens. Wink. I'll say it again. Leao is the best player in Serie. We will talk about Leao. We will talk about Leao. Patrick, I'm telling you all, Madrid versus AC Milan final.
That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing.
City are making the final. After I've seen one, City are making the final.
I think Milan are actually,
and I think it's gonna be City. It's gonna be City Milan. Yeah. Nagelsmann died for this. Oh God, panel, bet on your life. When is Chelsea in the UCL again?
I've asked this question a few times in the show, but I haven't got a clear response.
I have no idea.
No idea. We're still waiting for an answer.
You know what's worse?
This is the last time Chelsea will play in this format.
They're not even in the Europa League, so they can't.
That is true.
They can't get in from there. They had to.
Let's be honest. They're getting top four one game a week next season. Come on, if they don't get top four one game a week.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. I think the top four is going to be even harder next year with everyone improving. So
we need to see the preseason and the players they're going to sell.
We need to get top 6 players for the managers.
Wait, hold on. Okay, it's Tapua. May the football gods give us a heritage final. Obviously, Milan against against Real Madrid.
Mm.
Big up Asia, big up the panel. Look,
Shout out to
Real
Richard,
AC
yeah.
will be cool. I'm telling you right now, City AC Milan is the final.
I think Inter beat AC. Can't lie. I think Inter.
No, City
I
AC
don't think
Milan.
so, yeah.
14 UCLs. Rory Jennings promised a comeback at the bridge.
He
promised. He promised to come back.
He did.
14 UCLs again. Rodrigo with the Sui. That was for you. Do you think he did that because he knew I was watching?
Yeah,
Why,
He probably did actually.
why did he do the Sue? Why the
He
hell
was
did you
like-
do the Sue?
Chelsea fans, just so you know, this is the last memory you'll have of the Champions League is us suing on the bridge, you know. So,
Yo, out DS. Remember when Ronaldo went to United and this guy was like, imagine this guy does a sweep in the bridge. We didn't realize that it was going to be Rodrigo at the end of the day.
RDZ, thank you for the RDZ. The fact that Lampard has not walked underneath a decent manager speaks volumes. In the words of the Talker Talkers podcast, Lampard, who is your Cruyff? Okay, here's it, guys. Lampard is a very arrogant man who has yes men around him, and the British media pretty much play into the fact of he's this, that, and so forth. Where you have that Bournemouth clown known as Jamie Redknapp, his cousin, who says he's got unfinished business at Chelsea. Unfinished business, 4 losses. So maybe his unfinished business is he wants to further show how rubbish and crap of a manager he is. Lampard is proof of failing upwards. Basically, this is epitome tax. Sorry. This is nepotism tax to the highest degree. Because how Lampard weaseled his way back at Chelsea, that's his joy.
You know what's crazy?
That's joy. You got sacked twice.
This is why I disagree with Kenny. Like at times, bro, I don't care what you do. You have to look out for your own career as a manager. As Lampard, what gave him the idea of, you know what, I'm actually gonna come back to Chelsea? I don't understand that logic.
No, because okay, because the point that Yas is making is that in your ignorant mind, you don't think that you failed. When you look at what your record was at Everton and at Chelsea, and look at how the teams were losing, how don't you see that, you know what, Kenny, go finish your coaching license. Finish your damn coaching license at least.
After the Everton job, trust, no one was going to. After what you done at Everton, it was probably, if you want to coach back, he was probably going to be championship at best.
And that's where he should be.
Obviously, but the thing is,
but Kenny, do you know what? Okay, fine. Kenny, fine. Do you know what the beauty is? You were bad at Everton. You've now become even worse now.
So
basically, you've now made it even. It was already half after your loss. Now, because I'll level with you. You know that he should be sacked 3 times. The only thing that's saving you is that you're an interim, because I don't think you can. I'd actually still sack him, but really, should actually be sacked 3 times.
That's a record.
Blake,
3 times.
you should be sacked 3 times, because, guys, how do you come back? We expect a new manager bounce, and you've given us 4 L's. Potter doesn't give us 4 L's.
I agree. Yes, I agree with you. He's made it worse, but I can understand why he took the job, because he was like, because he was like, if I do well enough, I can get at least a Premier League job. But now he's making it.
That's what it is. Look, a smart man. This is the thing. A person was intelligent. When you are out of the job for a while, the memory of how bad you are, it doesn't. People don't remember it. People remember things that are depressing. People have short-term memory. They don't have long-term memory. They will forget the everything disaster. Then people will have revisionism. Be like, how bad was Lampard really? But now,
but yes, you don't know what it is. Yes, you don't. Hold on. Yes, do you know what it is? Yes, I actually like what is happening, because Lampard doesn't want to accept that you're a rubbish manager. So he is just being ignorant. But yes, I love it. Okay, continue now. You're now breaking records now. So more and more, because it doesn't matter whether you want to defend them or so forth. The fact of the matter is your record so far is atrocious. It's atrocious now. You know, Roy Hodgson just rocked out to Crystal Palace and has the same amount of wins that Lampard has in his last 22 games. Oh, sorry, make that 23.
23.
Make that 23. Average fair. Lampard is a bomb, but those clear chances missed. Look, my thing is,
Location should have buried them, man. Come on.
No, he should have. But you know what it is that a lot about football is confidence and mentality. So you bringing in a new manager is to instill confidence, because confidence breeds better productivity on the pitch. What we've seen is Lampard has not raised the confidence of these players. It's probably made it even worse. So these guys the confidence was already down low, and the morale was already low. But you've had a guy to come in that has actually come and now compounded that. The team has gotten worse. The team was already bad before. They were not this bad under Potter. They were bad under Potter. This team is worse. They've gotten worse under this guy. So it keeps on just getting... See, this nightmare of a season, the story just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Would you have taken Ronaldo, considering your goal-scoring troubles, for 1 year?
You have no choice, bro. You have no choice.
Ronaldo scored some of
Be
those
very
shots.
careful when you answer this. Be very careful when you answer this.
Yeah.
That's if I answer. I don't have to answer it. So Betsy, shout out to Betsy. As a Chelsea fan, I need a CFC. Do you know what's funny?
Is it busy?
No. Do you know what's funny? I'm gonna find it hard getting numbers because there are guys who've either stopped watching Chelsea or they are starting to watch the playoffs, NBA playoffs now. So
Yes,
my
NBA
thing,
playoff time.
yeah. So my thing is that things are. Cause remember, complicated show. Things were bad. Chelsea were like 7th, 6th. They were still there. You're dealing with the points where this is Chelsea's lowest point. So there are some Chelsea fans who, basically, the only guys I can get are the hardcore guys who I hate. So the proper Chelsea guys, those are the guys I actually
What happened
actively fight against.
Yo, what happened to Eric? Where's Eric?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
That's a good question.
He said he's been busy. He said he's been busy.
It's a good question.
Shout out to Joshua Asante. Joshua Asante. Shout out HH. As a fan, I'm hurting. Don't hurt. It's reality, bro. The next time Chelsea can make the UCL is minimum 500 days.
Damn.
We need a new manager ASAP. I'd have kept Potter over Lampard. So Joshua, here's the thing. Potter needed to be sacked. Now, if the choice was keep Potter or sack him for Lampard, I keep Potter. It's as simple. So my thing is that sacking Potter, yes. You didn't tell me Lampard was even an option. So because my thing, I was watching the match and I was like, yeah, Lampard, I know he's watching, but he's just there. Okay, what is he doing there? Little did I know that man that was watching that he was going to take over. So my thing is that at least tell us as fans. If you had told us and say, hey, we are thinking of Lampard, I'd be like, are you mad? Potter's make some spells here. Yo, Gryffindor this place up. Gryffindor this place up right now. Don't bring that bum ass back. And Potter, we know you're better than everything. Not Potter, at least you know how to coach. At least you know how to manage. This guy's trash. Like, let's put it, Potter is not a bad coach or bad manager. He was the wrong man for Chelsea and he was put in a bad situation. He's not a rubbish coach, just that wrong man, wrong time, wrong fit. Lampard is a garbage manager. He's trash. He's a horrendous manager who shouldn't be anywhere around.
The funny thing is, this is so deja vu.
Yeah.
Tuchel left. You're like, Tuchel should have been sacked.
It is Gavak, isn't it? It sounds so familiar, So
every time audience says,
now Potter is gone.
I just know something
Potter
bad.
is gone. Now this happens, bro. They're forgetting. Todd B is still the one hiring and sacking. How do you know he's going to get it right the next time? Maybe
Bro, that's the main issue. This guy needs to stop trying to be the head of the, like, yo, just move. We don't need you to be the Jerry Jones or NFL, all that stuff. Leave the people you hired do this job.
No, it's not even something. It's the culture. Like I said this actually before Topic got hired and stuff like that, and I was like, is there going to be a cultural reset at Chelsea Football Club? But the reality is that there actually hasn't been a cultural reset at the club. Like, okay, I bet Todd B just has no clue when it comes to football. The actual culture of the club is the same. There's a reason. There's a reason why the average Chelsea manager's only lasted, I think it's been 16 months, and that's including Bram as well. So I know for a fact that you guys, Chelsea fans, are going to hype. Oh yes, we're going to get Nagelsmann. We're going to get. I give Nagelsmann and Enrique, whoever takes the job, 16 to 18 months max, and they'll be sacked. You can clip me on that. They will be because the culture of your club is that when things get tough, the players, the team, the environment, they bottle it, they down tools, they end up just completely falling apart, and then you repeat the process. Yes, you might win a Champions League on a good run, sure, or an FA Cup, whatever, great. But a couple of months down the road, you repeat the same process over again. And that's been going on, if you think about it, for the last 10 years.
What happened to Enzo?
Wait, hold on. So RIP Chelsea money mace. So the B team talk. Fight and win. Come on, Seattle. Oh. From Felix has the best football brain. Second heaviest shit. What a joke. Well, you know.
So how you don't have
Marvin M. 11 semis in 13 years. Real will beat City. Respect us. Look, it's gonna be a great game. I feel City have a bit too much quality, and I think Haaland tips this. Haaland tips the scale.
Wait, where's the first game if they both go through? Is it Etihad or?
Real Madrid are playing at home first.
Okay,
that's the problem.
Super chat.
Who's super that?
Albert.
Oh no! I got it. No, so 11 semis and 10. So I'm not. So look, it's going to be a great game. My money is still on City. My money is still on City to win that. From Albert Cardenas, technically, anytime a Real Madrid player does Ronaldo celebration, it counts as an official match for CR7. If Real Madrid wins it, then it's 6 UCLs for him. Albert,
I agree.
Okay, Albert, you know what? That's actually really good, But and for that, I say.
Shut your goddamn ass up.
The guy even lost today.
No, it's
yeah,
not.
you can't drop bet for yourself for CR7 and stuff.
What, he lost again at the Saudi Pro League?
Did he get his manager sacked or something like that?
Igalo scored in that game.
Okay, shout out to Olu. Todd B is probably telling players they'll win game.
Playoff 7-game series, come back with this.
No, but Ken, you said something that was crazy. He reminds me of Jerry Jones.
He does, man.
He reminds me of Jerry Jones.
Oh, is that the Cowboys? Oh no,
the Cowboys. Yeah, bro.
Cowboys.
That's who he reminds me of. It's crazy.
Jesus, bad.
Shout out to my brother from another mother, AA Films, and also, bro. This is my brother from another mother, man. Therefore, agree on the Gallagher points commiserations, guys. Is Gallagher the worst player you've ever seen in a UCL knockouts game?
You said
in terms of football.
Hey, just relax. We gotta think about that. Relax. I can't just say it.
Yes, yeah. I level with you. Yes, yeah. Gallagher has a run for it. Gallagher gives everything a run for it. Because the thing with Werner is he's bad. But the thing with Gallagher is like base. Do you know what it is about Gallagher is you're playing in such a tactical position. It exposes him more. Because Werner is a striker, you don't really see his fundamentals have to be put out because you're so far up the pitch. When you're in the middle of the pitch, you need all the technical tools. Look at what Modric was doing. Look at how Modric cruised. Look at what Valverde was doing. Valverde, this guy is supposed to be like a pacemaker. Look at how good technically Valverde was on the ball. And compared to this useless, this guy was garbage. This guy is filthy. He's a filthy, disgusting footballer. Gallagher, there are still things to change. You're lying. He didn't say this. You're lying. He didn't say this. Eddie, you're lying. He didn't say this. You're lying.
No, but obviously, he gets it from his father, Francis, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no, but you're lying. You're lying.
No.
There's still things to change this season. Gallagher says there's still things to chase this season.
There's literally, I've got the BT Sport thing up. He says there are always things to chase. That's what he said. There are always things to chase.
What those things are, I don't know. That's what he does on the pitch, man. He just chases people. That's what he does.
That's all he does is chase. He does.
There are always things to chase.
Wait, Kenny, what has happened to this club? What has happened? I mean, like, Kenny, what's going on?
I never thought that in 2023 I would see Conor Gallagher start in the quarterfinal against
never in my life would I believe that Conor Gallagher would be starting a second-leg quarterfinal against Real Madrid.
Why did you just recall his loan? Why could you just allow him to stay at Palace?
No, Chelsea fans are hyping him.
Wait, hold on. Obrigado, Brazil. Shout out to Rodrigo, but Enzo, my God, he was doing nothing. Enzo just another J5. Chelsea starting 11 was this?
Yeah.
No. Look, Rodrigo, man. It's just I just feel so bad for Rodrigo missing that penalty at the World Cup. It is what it is, but that guy's a player, man. Yeah. That guy is a freaking player. And look, bro, like what he did to Chalobah was, whew, bro.
Actually, that second goal was rude. Why did he take a touch and Kepa was? He could have just shot.
Yeah, it was
Hassan. No, Hassan. Do you know Kepa wanted to injure him?
Yeah.
Do you know that? Do you know Rodrigo was taking the piss? Did you know that Kepa was like because
Kepa was coming.
No, because do you know how like how you're playing, like let's say in the football and everything, and you're destroying a team, and let's say like you're like 5-0 up, and when you're opening goal, guys will just like walk in there like that just to take the piss.
You didn't see that on FIFA as well. That is crazy.
Yeah, basically he was doing a FIFA move in a use. Basically, it's got so embarrassing. You have Rodrigo walking the ball into the nets.
I love Rodrigo, man. I love him, man. And you know what? I get another guy too. Hendrick is coming.
Hendrick is coming. Yeah. Hold on. QC, it's Lampard. We didn't realize Real Madrid were that good. He said that's the first leg.
That was the first leg.
Idiots, man. Half up from the future. We don't get back into the UCL until 2053.
No. It'll be earlier than that. 2030, man. Come on.
Ahmad Faidi. Lampard is on crack saying Chelsea were better. He's on crack. Madrid literally had a better XG today while being 2-0 up.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
Man, it was obviously, man. You made cocaine when they were doing them lines together. Man.
Okay. Can I ask a question? Quick question, guys. Do you think Lampard, as well as maybe this is a second question, Todd Bowley and Iqbali were happy about the performance today? Do you think Lampard
probably?
Yes, they were. Because
Lampard probably did.
No. Lampard, they all thought that this was a good response to their dressing room talk. So what's going to happen is before the Brentford game, Todd Bowley will be like, well, look, I got a response out of them. So he'll now say that I now will be taking pre-game talks and halftime talks now. Wait, hold up. Gatlock, why are you laughing? Why? What's so funny?
Oh, because the manager, they say send assistants, man. Now this one is send owner. Like
send owner. So my thing is in their no. Yes, the question. Yes, I'm answering your question. In their mind, this was a great performance because they gave heart and they played well. So it's like, wow. So Bowley said, all this time, I should have been giving the team talks. Because me giving the team talks and so forth obviously garners a response. So because these guys have zero knowledge of the beautiful game, they think that Chelsea actually showed some improvements. Yes. Are you saying no? Yes, can you not see what me and Kenny have to deal with? And good as well. Are you seeing the trash that I'm going to deal with now?
You know what's funny?
Because nothing's funny. Yes, you artists, you never had to deal with this.
That's true.
You never had to deal with this.
That's true.
As bad as things were under Ole, you never had to deal with what's on the right now.
Think about it this way. This guy came in, and he said he's not going to get rid of the footballing structure, right? Then he thought about it. He's like, you know what? I want to be the footballing director. I want to do that. He looked at Marin Ganaskia and all these guys football. He's like, you know what? It looks like their job is fun. You know what? I want to do that. You know what, guys?
No. I level with you. Like, this is. You should be prisoned for what you've done.
He had a briefcase.
You should be prisoned for no. What Bowley has done, you should be put into prison. Because you can't destroy what a man built for the best part of 20 years and destroy it in the space of a few months. Like, this is a prison sentence. It's a prison sentence.
Man.
It's a prison sentence. Wait, hold on. Wait, Christoph. Here, let me give you my 5 years. That's more than Chelsea will get from European football next year. Oh, God. Sorry, I like dark humor. From that, not gonna lie, I got my team kind of slaps.
It does, man. It does. It's a good mixtape, man. I got my team. Nah, man. That's why it's just a bit weird hearing you complain right now, HH, because that just wasn't the impression I got.
HH 2025. Did students Chelsea play UCL knockouts? And that's a maybe. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you, man. Silver Spring. Would you take Alonso over Cuckoo? Yes, I would, because Alonso scores that chance. He scores that chance. Wait. Yeah, just 3. I've never seen a team dominate a sports competition so much and be counted out so many times as Real Madrid. It's insane. You guys never learn. Just 3. Let me level with you.
Franco team, by the way.
If Real Madrid win this UCL, I'm going to think long and hard as to what I'm doing as an analyst in football. Because then I'll say that, give me a week, and I'll think long and hard as that, was this really the right vocation to go into and so forth?
Just rename the competition. Just say it's
No. If it happens, I'll have to do some deep soul searching as to who I am. What was I brought here on this planet to do? I'll have to question everything. I'll question everything.
Imagine if they three-peat it again.
I'm just going to say Franco.
Wait, hold on. Simfiwe Umtambo. I'm feeling those 2012 vibes. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Wow.
Yellow cards count official. Exclusive. Modric will miss Chelsea's next UCL game.
Yeah.
It's true, though. It's true. He misses the next match, man.
James as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
RDS, talk to me about this game, man. Talk to me.
Can I go after RDS, man?
Yes.
Just the first thing, just a gen thing, just HH, because obviously you know these guys and they're your mates and your buddies. But have you checked in on Eric and Forward? Because the last time such trauma happened, we had Egg Boy Hero, we had Just Bestin, possibly even Core, depending on what's happened. So have you checked on Eric and Forward to see if they're okay? Because I think
I've not checked, and I don't.
I think it's quite important because, like, you know, and Eric and Forward, if you are listening, please just take care of yourselves, mental health, etc. You know, just do anything, support another team, go on loan, whatever it is, to just sort of take your mind off this one, because, you know, it again, when I'm asking these questions, I'm just trying to help, okay? Because really and truly, like, it, you know, it must be painful to protect. You've lost the competition, you're out of the competition, and then you don't actually know when your next win is going to come from to get that morale boost. You know, is it going to come against Brentford or Arsenal or City or United or Newcastle or Nottingham or Bournemouth? You don't know. But just focusing on this game, you know, Chelsea did play well. They did play well. They did play well. So I can't hate. Real Madrid at times, I was like, guys need to wake up. Typical Real Madrid, when they don't have the pressure, they kind of, you know, they almost pretend to like let teams sort of come into the game. I'll say it again. Loke has to score that goal. He has to score that goal. You know, I know people can talk about no strikers, you never striker over striker, but let's keep it a stack. How, you know, and maybe the United fans can back me, but like how long have United been playing with since January anyway, because Ronaldo left, without a striker? Because Martial was injured. United went. I'm not counting Wout Weghorst, by the way, as a striker. Okay, I'm not.
He's a striker. He is a striker. Okay, he counts. The horse counts. The horse counts.
He doesn't count as. He doesn't count.
Last minute goal was Argentina. That counts.
I saw him dunking on Messi's Argentina. Yes, yeah.
How many goals does he have for United?
That's what I'm saying. He has one non-PL goal. I think it was in the Europa League, if I remember. So he doesn't count. The point I'm trying to make is that we played strikerless pretty much from January until Martial came back recently, but he was still able to. So yes, you are right that Chelsea and striker, yes, they do, but at the same time, I still think that if you had a player that could create proper, clear chances, and if United fans listen to this, you can see the impact that, say, an on-form Bruno or better Eriksen has when you have players that can create key chances. I don't mean have the possession of the ball, overload, whatever. I mean creating key chances for their forwards to score, and it makes a difference. I don't see anyone in this, and I said at the start, Chelsea don't have anyone on the team right now that I can see, that I can identify, that can create key chances and then obviously put them away. But you don't have either one of those players. So, but this game, like, I don't know. I just think that. I think fundamentally we've got to be real that Chelsea were never going to beat Real Madrid with a 2-0 deficit. I appreciate the pre-match preview vibe. I appreciate, there's a chance, there's a hope, but it was never going to happen. So if you're a Chelsea fan right now, if you're a Chelsea Super Cup right now, forget about Champions League, but like, what actually is next? That's the question you should be asking. Because yes, everyone is angry at Lampard. You said you're angry at Lampard. Okay, Lampard's going to be gone at the end of the season. Are you generally telling me that when Nagelsmann comes in, because I've said Nagelsmann is a development coach, I feel you're just going to have the same problem with Nagelsmann that you had with Potter. Even though I think Nagelsmann is a better coach than Potter, he's going to need the same length of time, support that Potter will have. And will Chelsea fans be patient with him like they were Potter, which they weren't? Probably not. So your club, your owner, your fans, from now to the end of the season, preseason, you've got to find some soul searching. What does Chelsea Football Club look like? Because it sure as hell looks completely disorganized, dysfunction, completely misrun. And when you look at other teams that are going forward, your Newcastles, your Liverpools, your City, etc., they're clearly established, they clearly have plans. Like, all it takes is 2 or 3 seasons, and suddenly Chelsea are where Everton are. And I'm being serious right now here because people forget Everton were like top 6, top 7. It wasn't that long ago.
Relax.
No, keep it up. Oh, you say that. You say that. You say relax. But how much money were Everton spending?
Bro.
They were spending 500, 600 million pounds. No. They were spending.
They're going through extremes, man. They're not as big as Chelsea now. Come on.
No, they're not. Okay, they're not as big as Chelsea. Doesn't matter. The point is, they still spend the money, and they still had poor ownership. And when you have poor ownership and mismanagement, and you get the wrong players, it doesn't matter how big or so. Chelsea are 11th.
Yeah, but that's 11th. One season. But you see,
so the points I'm trying to make is
this is just trying to be extra.
I'm not trying to be extra. I'm not trying to be extra. I keep on saying season. When you have systemic poor management, okay, over time, it doesn't matter what manager comes in, but because it will just lead to potentially some short-term success, but you're still going to get long-term problems. So at the end of the day, like, okay, yeah, you guys can have the hope and think, oh yeah, next season we're gonna go again. We're gonna be like, I don't see this team, which is completely unbalanced, how you're gonna suddenly go from where you are now to back to top 4 next season, unless things behind the scenes structurally change.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's the truth.
Okay. Let me come to because I want to hear a Madrid reaction. So, and I'll come to the catalog. No, Nomad, and then catalog, then Gullet. Nomad, talk to me. And then, don't worry, guys. Guys, please hit that like button, and we will get to Milan Napoli afterwards. So we will talk about Milan and Napoli. We'll get to that reaction afterwards. So, Nomad, talk to me. Nomad, you won. Well done, Nomad. Well done, Nomad. You won. Congrats to Nomad. Nomad, well done.
Nomad, cook, please. Cook.
No, Nomad, Nomad. You already cooked before. Nomad, wait, hold up. Nomad, you've won. You don't have to now rub it in. You don't need to rub it in. And stuff.
Please cook, Nomad, man. Please cook. The platform is yours, Nomad. Go, man.
Yeah. Quite a while ago, when Chelsea won the Champions League, right? What, a couple of years ago now? I had, publicly declared on this channel that I've made Chelsea my second favorite club because of what they did to Lep. And they kept the Lep narrative alive, and that was people don't even realize how big of a service that was to football and to fans like us who believe in the old school football, so I can never forget that. But this time, now that we have eliminated Chelsea, coincidentally it's at the time when Chelsea is at their lowest point, right? I mean, when was last Chelsea 11th or 12th? I mean, when was last time?
They finished 10th, the lowest in Prem history, I think.
The lowest.
The season before Conte joined.
Yeah, that's Mourinho.
Yeah, that Mourinho season.
Yeah.
Also, the season isn't over yet, so it could be worse than 11th. But sorry, go on, Nomad.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. So because this is a coincidence that this time when we meet Chelsea is at the lowest point, right? So I think we should talk about the overall larger issue with Chelsea as a club, you know, and the biggest uh, challenge with Chelsea has been that the owners have been actually pretty generous, with their spending. Both Roman and even this one has, you know, spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars of euros, sorry, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they've spent money and they've got loads and loads of good managers who proven
They've
themselves.
spent it stupidly. They've spent it
Yeah, but
stupidly.
listen to me. Uh, owners did the job by spending money basically. The managers, they've got quite good managers under Roman Abramovich, and even this time I don't think any manager wanted to manage Chelsea for these 6 months, and that's why I think you should have kept Potter, and got a new manager with a fresh preseason next season. But anyway, no one wanted to come. That's why you got Lampard. And the biggest problem with that is, and the players are good. You cannot say that players who are playing at in the Premier League at the highest level getting transferred for 100 million euros,
The
80
talent
million
is there.
euros are not
The
good.
talent is there. The talent is
No,
there.
but
Yes.
yeah, so the players are good. The manager, you got, whoever decided to work as a 6-month interim manager, which was Lampard, which you shouldn't have gotten. You should have, sacked Potter in the summer, which you didn't do. So the real problem of Chelsea has always been the middle management, because Chelsea has essentially been turned into a corporate, a pure a private limited company, a corporate company by Roman Abramovich. So the biggest problem in that is the bureaucracy, the middle management, the
Nomad,
director of football.
we had the chances to beat you. I just wanted to put that out there.
No, listen to me.
The
No, listen
chance,
to me.
no, the chances
No,
were there. I'm gonna give it to the dub. I'm gonna give it to the dub. All I'm saying is that if those chances fell, we beat you. That's all I'm
No, man,
saying.
man,
That's
you're too
all I'm
kind.
saying.
Man, you're
That's
too
all
kind.
I'm saying. Because
Why you
I
always
know you're
saying
trying to
that?
be nice there and so forth. Those chances were there. So because Nomad, you're not beating City. And I'd love you to be City. No, let's be real. I'm with you on the whole left thing. But
Speak on it,
Just let
HH,
me say
man.
one thing.
Speak your
Just let me
truth, man.
Just let me say one thing. Just let me say one thing. I liked Marco van Ginkel. What was his fault? Remember him?
Who?
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Oh, Van Ginkel.
Marco van Ginkel. What did you do to him, HH?
Lone Army.
HH, he was out of professional football for 3 years and he was still on your books.
We're getting brothers paid, man.
He had a lot of potential.
It's just, yeah. I mean, what did you do to him? I liked him. I wanted a future for him.
What is going on, bro?
What are you doing?
Nomad, please continue talking. Nomad, just please continue talking. Nomad, continue talking.
Yeah, so I have a lot of gripes with Chelsea, that has always been my one big gripe with you, you've won multiple Champions League over the last decade, so you cannot be faulted on ambition. You've got decent players, you have had decent managers. Yeah, Bakayoko is still on Chelsea. See, you never change. You never
Baba
change.
Rahman and that. Jesus.
Baba Rahman.
No, I know, man. No, man. You got to hype your team, bro. Fuck Chelsea. You got to hype your team, bro.
No. Nomad. This is about you. Nomad, this is about you. No. Nomad. This isn't a show. Look, we've already been exposed. Nomad, you're a Real Madrid fan. I want to hear from about Real.
They're a tiny club. Fuck Chelsea,
Yeah,
bro.
just let me say one last thing. That's why I call, your stadium an actual bridge, an actual bridge. Because the people who sleep under them, they have no hope, which is the opposite of your name. Have no hope. have no hope under a bridge. May or may not be shooting heroin. Do you know what heroin is?
Gallagher is their dealer, man.
Yeah.
How's the dealer taking up all the supply?
And you know, your club deserves this because of what you did to countless players. You know, I wanted Mo Salah at Chelsea. I wanted Kevin De Bruyne at Chelsea.
Don't worry, Liverpool taking care of Salah.
Bro,
Robin and Chelsea, man.
Salah wasn't ready at the time, man.
Robin and Chelsea, man.
HH, you made Andrew Schürrle retire early, HH.
Wow,
no, man, are you talking about the same?
That's true.
I need you to.
Remember everything. I remember everything, HH.
Nomad, can you get on to Real Madrid?
I don't know where he's going with this.
Nomad, can you talk to about Real Madrid?
He's let him cook.
No, he's close enough. Thanks for the
about Real Madrid. We're
but-
talking about the opponents that they play
Can you
today.
at least sell Callum Hudson-Odoi? He's still young.
Nomad,
we just want a company
thoughts on Real Madrid's performance. Nomad, thoughts on Real Madrid's performance.
Nomad, see what they did to a World Cup winner, man. Fernandez, man.
Yeah.
Nomad, thoughts on Real Madrid's performance.
No, it's sad.
Because of your brilliant, set of advisors to your, your over-enthusiastic owner. You know what's going to happen, HH? Lampard is going to agree.
Wait, no, I said talk about Real Madrid. No. Talk about Real Madrid. Leave us. Nomad. There's a guy here. There's a guy here. Gullet is going to take care of this. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell?
Wow, what's going on?
Maybe she's done that.
No. I'll give Gullet.
Yo, why are we acting like Chelsea's the only club with skeleton in the closet?
No, let him cook.
Easy, HH. That's it.
Hold on. No one cook.
Lampard is going to agree, that I'll be a puppet, just like now. No one's going to hire me, so I'll be a puppet, and you can do the halftime talks, just like you want to, and then you can ask even that comedian. Which comedian did he ask before?
James Corden.
Yeah. Do you know he got his show cancelled?
Yes.
I think
So
James
now he's
Gordon was
free.
joking,
So now he's free. So now he can join your owner in the halftime talks.
So
And they'll give
Nomad,
Lampard a
here's the
5-year
thing.
contract. They are going
So-
to extend Lampard. Mark my words. They are
So
going to
Nomad,
extend
you see, this is
Lampard.
what it's called a bad winner. You won the game. You beat us 4-0 on aggregate.
I told you the reason for that. Because this is a coincidence that you're at your lowest point. That's not my fault. If you're doing better, I would have treated you better, right? It's not my
Nomad,
fault. You're
Nomad.
bombing after spending 600 million euros.
Damn.
Nomad.
You know what's worse actually? You know what's worse? Like like Ryan Reynolds has actually shown that he can actually. I know it's only Wrexham, but he's actually shown he can manage a football club better than Todd Bowley.
Yeah,
You'd actually be better with
so we
Ryan
should hire
Reynolds.
Deadpool. You say we should
You should
hire
have, you,
Deadpool.
you should have hired Deadpool, buddy. You should have actually hired.
Bowley's
Yeah,
Hollywood
he's
tax
still
is a
not
real
James
thing.
Corden. He's still not James Corden.
नोमैड थोड़ा इज्जत दे दे थोड़ा
भाई इतने भी नहीं बक सकते मेरा भाई इतने भी नहीं बक सकते इतने भी नहीं
नो थोड़ा इज्जत दे दे भैया थोड़ा इज्जत दे दे
Wait.
इस बार तो हो गया
Yo, wow, is this?
Hey, well,
is this-
What's going on? Hopefully, those were words were being said. I mean, what the hell?
I was speaking in a language that no one would understand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good lad. All right.
I'll give
Okay,
it
no
to
man. Can you just have you talk about Madrid really briefly, the performance, and then Gullet can talk about Chelsea. Thank you.
We're Real Madrid.
Yeah. Your performance.
He just said where will Madrid? That's all you need to know. Full stop. Where Real Madrid?
And your current day Chelsea.
Like full stop.
Good.
This isn't league football that you have a large sample size to base your opinions on. When things count, who you are really shows. That's it.
When was the last time Chelsea won a game? Sorry, just remind me.
Gullet, thoughts on the game, guys.
Good might know.
RDS, don't be a petty, man. Come on, bro.
Thank you. Good.
Listen, look, what happened today, we knew it was going to happen. It's nothing new. We said logically, there is no way this team's going to win. We said it there last time, didn't we? So there's nothing to be surprised about. And you guys were actually going at low K and saying that he missed chances. Fair enough, he missed chances. But look how embarrassing it is for a player that has been out for over 4 to 5 months to play 2 games while he was fasting in his first game and he was man of the match against Liverpool almost. And then this game, he was the best performing player. This shows you that there's no professionalism in this team. So you guys should not actually point the finger at Loke. You should actually point the finger at everyone around him. That's the first thing. The second thing is, with Chalobah, now I know why he's been on the bench. Now I completely understand why Chalobah, I'm not talking about African tax. I put African tax to one side. Not African tax, not going to stay here. This is why, HH, this guy was on the bench. This guy thought he was prime Rudiger. You know Rodrigo is faster than you. You know he has at least he's already 2-3 steps ahead of you in terms of pace. And you're trying to make a last man tackle when all you had to do is just cover the space and just try and wait until the other defenders get close to you. You make such an idiotic tackle like this when your team is trying to push for something. That shows me why Chalobah is not Chelsea level. I'm sorry. Go back to France. Go back to the slums of Monaco, wherever you came from. The third thing, Cocaine Gallagher. My goodness me, man. My goodness me, man. HH, I sent you an email, you remember, before the game, when I saw the formation. We spoke about the fact that this guy played 3-5-2 his first game, and it wasn't 3-5-2, it was 3-7-0. So what did he do today? He played 3-5-1-1. How the hell can you win a game with one striker and one attacking midfielder? For the love of God.
It's madness. It's madness.
And the guy is sitting there, HH. Sitting there, because I was looking at his body language. He actually thinks he's cracking the code. Everybody that saw Lampard while he was while the game was going on, you actually think like this guy is a mastermind the way his body language was set up. He's not trying to change anything. He can see that there is no end product. It was only one, just like HH said, there's only the right-hand side that everybody was flooding to. But it's an embarrassment when Kante have to do 2 to 3 jobs in a game. Be in the box, go to the right flank to support Reece James, and on top of that, defend. So we can't actually blame Loke, guys, with all due respect. This team is shambolic. And Yasser, with all due respect, you and your disco lights, don't ever bring up Raheem Sterling, bro, to play for us again. This guy had chances after chances after chances to actually run. Because we know Sterling is quicker than Camavinga. Because Camavinga was struggling to keep up with Kante. And this guy didn't want to run today. And not only today, he did it in the past 2 games, just like Kenny said. In the first leg against Real Madrid and in Brighton. This guy was not bothered, HH. He just came to us because we became a retirement home for him. He's getting 300 plus a week, and he's gonna chill here, take the money, and go back to yard and spend it. We know how it is. This guy didn't do anything in those 3 games. And Joao Felix, the Portuguese Justin Bieber, goodness gracious me, HH. I know where you're coming from in terms of footballing. In terms of,
I swear to God, if that was Michael Jackson, someone is getting banned. If that was Michael Jackson, someone is getting banned. I swear to you. If that was Michael Jackson, someone is getting banned. Go let it continue. If that was Michael Jackson, someone's getting banned. Continue.
Man's supposed to give Justin Bieber. You guys maybe taken from him.
HH. Yeah, because you know why? Have you seen when Rodrigo scored the second goal, and then the camera went on Joao Felix? Yeah. This guy was worried about the angles of his pictures. This idiot was worrying about the angles of his hair. and his pictures and the way he's gonna come out on TV. This guy is the most unbothered player HH I've ever seen in my life.
C-Man was right.
He is so unbothered. His body language is rubbish. He has skill.
How much was his
HH.
loan?
No, he has skill. Let's be honest.
Yeah, look,
He
he's
has
got
skill.
he's got talent, but yeah, his body language is
Well, how
no.
much
He
was
has
his
the
loan?
brain.
We don't, Blake. We don't need to know. We don't need to know how much.
Naturally, he is unbothered. He can see the right pass. He will never make the right pass. He can see a chance where.
Why is I swear to you, if that is Michael Jackson, if that is Michael Jackson, you're not getting banned, bro. Like, because I think because nobody knows Michael Jackson better than me. That is Michael Jackson. That is Michael Jackson. That's a yellow. Wise that's a yellow. That is Michael Jackson. That is Michael Jackson. Good, continue. I'll mute Wise. Continue, sick man.
YSK, I'm not singing Billie Jean. I'm talking about Chelsea. Please, give me a moment. This is my therapy, right? Joao Felix HH. This guy is now I understand why Simeone did what he did to him. Because all this talent, HH, let's be honest, call it a spade. All this talent, but you don't have the common sense to make the most out of what you have and what God gave you. He is so unbothered, HH, it's ridiculous. You saw that chance when he came on, he took on 2 players. One simple pass he couldn't make. There was 3 players that ran, that made a run. 3 players. Kai Havertz on one side, Kante was on the right-hand side, Kai Havertz was in the middle, and on the left you had Mudryk. And this guy couldn't even pass the ball, HH. Pass the ball. And we know against Brighton, it was the reason why Enciso tore that net almost against us. We know that. So HH, where we are right now, if you check my AVI, you're not called Chelsea Club, you're called Cherry Bell Footboys Club. Cherry Bell Footboys Club, HH. We don't have any chance in hell to do anything because this idiot called Tolby was coming into the dressing room for an hour. Instead of him coming in, why don't you just play Ice Cube? You can do it, put your back into it and leave the place. Because there is nothing else he's going to say. He's not going to say anything else. You don't know nothing about football.
Nothing.
This is embarrassing, HH.
Okay, look. No. So let me just take some dubs. Let's touch on Milan Napoli, and we'll come back to this afterwards. We'll come back to, but we have to touch on Milan Napoli, then we'll come back to Sukarno. Don't worry, I got you. So let me hit some of these Dubinskis, man. From Ramesh to Reshman, thank you for the dub. No sympathy for HH. The man had the nerve to say, "Repeat after me, Potterball."
That is true. That is true.
Now I don't really remember this Ramesh, but if you say so, okay. Vlad the Third. CFC are the premier soccer club in England. Oh, okay. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you. Shout out to Todd, man. Thank you. Ramesh, is Rije going to Madrid? No, he's not. He's signing a blood pact with Chelsea. He's not going to Real Madrid. Jay Jokin, Rankin, Brickness, Maguire, Venel, Cocaine, Niang, and Zad.
Actually, one of those people have a seal, so
the worst of it. So
2 of them have a seal.
So cocaine is for me.
You are counting bench tax.
For me, cocaine is the worst, followed by Niang. Then
what do you have against Niang?
Then give me Maguire. Then go watch him play. Venna, then Zad. Zad is the list.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask?
Wait, hold on. Let's get the doors and then come to Yassi. Ramesh, Gallagher in a number 10 in a must-win UCL quarters. Lampard needs to be prosecuted for crimes against football. There has to be basically this. Someone's going to do something. Lampard playing Gallagher in a number 10 in a must-win. That is, for me, that is a sackable offense. That move right there, that is when I saw that, I was like, I didn't even react. It was so shocking. I didn't even have the kind of character or the emotions to yourself, like, oh, this is how it is. Okay. Let's now see this put into motion, but we now know what happened. Thank you. All you had to do was spend 200 mil on Chokeze. Well, okay, that's a lot on Chokeze, but no, all we had to do was scouting. Not no, because my thing is, we all said, why are you spending 100 million on Mudryk? A player that you went scouting and Aston were freaking scouting. Why are you spending 100? That 100 million you spent on Mudryk, that could have spread out on actual quality players from South America.
What was the matter with it?
Yeah, but it was Twitter tax. There was Twitter tax. You know this. It was Twitter tax.
Uglyhood says, Man City has beat Real Madrid home and away before. This is true. But
Yeah,
this is the difference here.
definitely.
This is true. Obrigado, Brazil. Real Madrid has gears, guys. Yes, they do. Remember, they were 2-0 down in Anfield, 2-5 full time. At the end of the season, Chelsea, Liverpool, and City, like last year, adios. No. But I think we already said before. Guys, we didn't see this. We didn't see the best of. See, here's the thing. Shout out to your boys. Liverpool showed us what this Real team can do.
They
Because
were not even in second gear today.
No. See, that's first leg. When they were 2-0 down, then we saw what Real can do when, we now have to react. At no point did Real have to react. For 180 minutes, Chelsea never forced Real Madrid had to react. Never. Liverpool actually said, boom, and they had to react. Real, first leg, cruise control, 2-0, easy. Second leg, okay, fine, you had your chances. We didn't concede. We were never really on the back foot. And then, so you gave us everything, showed us nothing, and then we hit you with a 2-piece. So my thing though is, that's why I can't wait for the Real Man City game, because now you're going to have to see how much left is in this Real Madrid team.
I swear, if Real Madrid do the double, you're saying if they beat Liverpool, City, and Chelsea last season, and they beat them again and win the Champions League.
No way.
No. If that happens,
they can't do that. They can't.
If that happens, Liverpool, Chelsea, and City going in Class C at least minimum. If that happens, you're losing back to back over 2 legs.
Barry, go for it.
If Real Madrid say they want a Super League, those 3 teams should not talk. They should not
No, it's wrong. Okay, sorry, Barry. What do you say, Barry?
Yeah, maybe you guys might disagree, but maybe this Real Madrid team might be a little dangerous than last year, because I think last year they were very relying on individual brilliance and a little bit of luck at times. But I think this year there's a bit more cohesion outside the team, and those got better.
I mean, but also, they have naturally, because Militao is missing for the first leg against City. He'll miss the first leg against City because a yellow. Okay, should he have had a second yellow?
No.
It would have.
Come on, give me a break.
Honestly, it was barely a foul. No, he barely touched it.
Yeah, it was barely a foul.
No, it was barely a foul. But if you blow the foul, you should have given them the yellow.
My thing though for Real Madrid though is sorry, Carlo. I think though, Barry does make a very good point. This feels like more of a dangerous team than last year. I think last year was a lot. They were still good, but a lot was on Benzema. Let's be real. How crucial has Benzema been for Real Madrid so far? Even in these two legs, he's been there. But really,
needed to score.
Yeah, but really, I think Vini and Rodrigo and Valverde, the young guys are great. And guys, do you know who's amazing? Guys, Camavinga. He's not a left back. He's not a left back. This is a natural central midfielder, and look at how well he's playing in what is not nowhere near his strongest position. For me, that's the guy that impressed me the most. In that whole game, for me, he was amazing.
And you know what's funny, HH? You know what's funny? The last 2 Champions Leagues, right? 2 seasons. The most, I would say, the weakest point or the weakest person in the team was actually Ferland Mendy.
Yeah.
Now that you got Camavinga, they're even more dangerous.
That is crazy. I mean, for Ferland Mendy, you have to actually be ashamed.
And you have also Tchouaméni on the bench, Ceballos. You have the weapons.
But my thing for Ferland Mendy, you have to be embarrassed. So a guy who is playing in your position that's not his natural position is doing it better than you. That's disgusting.
But the guy's been injured.
Oh, please. Tricky. Enrique or Nagelsmann? With this squad, Nagelsmann.
Yeah.
You see, if Chelsea could spend Enrique, but because of FFP, Chelsea can't spend. So that's who can do the best with this squad.
600 million. You can spend another 600 million.
No.
Wait, hold on.
So think. Is this true?
Yeah.
Now. Drogba said that I don't recognize my club. That is true. He said I don't recognize my club. But if his France is out, I need to see this though.
No, he didn't say Francis. He didn't say I don't recognize.
But Kenny,
I don't think he would say that.
I wish he did.
He's not gonna, that was his teammate.
Nagelsmann, any other CFC managers who were sacked twice?
Didn't Okumu got sacked twice?
Mourinho, yeah.
Didn't he? No. Didn't he leave the first time? He wasn't
sacked the first time. He got sacked after the Champions League game.
He got sacked because of the Rosenborg.
So
And then the
wow.
second time.
Okay, Ramesh Suresh, where are Paul Osoda and Los Blancos? Well, Los Blancos studios doesn't actually exist and so forth. So that's
It does exist. It does exist.
You see, HH, you see, can I ask you a question? Is it embarrassing to lose, or is it more embarrassing to lose and they are not even giving you a stick about it? The Real Madrid fans are not even giving a stick about it. They're just like, yeah.
No. But look, as I said, look, it is what it is. It is where we are right now. It's where we are right now. So hold on, let me hear this. So Pan Philip says, out of topic, but Millwall, West Ham next season, huh? Why are you saying that West Ham are going to get relegated or something?
They won't get relegated.
No, they're not going to get relegated. Okay, so guys,
I think Millwall are coming up.
Can I speak on Milan first? I got
Can I say
wait.
Can I ask
Okay, very quickly. Yes, very quickly.
Is Cucurella Chelsea's Maguire?
No.
So moving to the next topic right now. Milan, Napoli.
You spent too much money on that.
Milan. I know. Thank you. So now,
football heritage.
You see, guys. So I'll come to Gatlock first, and then I'll come to you, Barry, after Gatlock. So my thing there is, so I didn't see the second half, and so far I saw the first. So I was watching both, but I did the second. But guys, that first of all, as I think Gatlock even said, guys, I called it. Now I actually got the results right because I said 1-1. But my thing though is, did you see that run by Leao?
That was sick.
Did you see that run by
bro? That guy, he's like gliding on the pitch.
No, because as I bro, and here's it just shows you that's what you know a very good footballer. Because when you run, you're on crazy adrenaline, and you want to now finish it off. But he was like, no, the team comes first before me. If he had a massive ego, he'd go for the shots, but say, no, look, this is a tense game. We've just missed a penalty. We've just got away from another penalty which could have been given. I have to make the right play. And he made the right play, and boom, that was a huge, huge play. But look, see, from what I saw of the game is, look, Napoli had their chances. But do you know what we're seeing? We're seeing this from both Inter and Milan. They're bringing back defense rise again. Make defensive lives matter again, man. Because, bro, look, I think Inter, like, if Inter shot at Benfica, that would be for 2 games, both legs, they've not considered a goal against 2 Portuguese sides. And looking at Milan, obviously they considered a leg against Osimhen, but I think for Milan, what was key was defense. And this is how these Italian teams were based. And I just knew it. I just knew that football heritage will stay through, because I think for Napoli, their focus is on the league. But I just felt that it's being AC Milan and that football heritage is going to ride over the kind of hipster, cool Napoli here and everything. So look, for me, I just think for Milan, and what's so funny? So remember when Chelsea beat them the second time, they was like, man, this guy's going to even make it through the group. So remember, so they were struggling to make it through the group, and they had to take it to the last game of the season to make it through the group with Chelsea. And look at where they are right now. Chelsea.
They had a lot of injuries then.
True, a lot of injuries. And they've not made the freaking semis. Okay, so Gatlo, thoughts on the Milan Napoli game, and I'll come to you, Barry.
Bro, first, look, football heritage lives, man. Football heritage lives.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Mike Maignan is the best keeper in the world right now.
Unbelievable.
Facts.
In the world right now. Like, Courtois used to hold it. This man is the best keeper in the world right now. And I don't care what else says. If he was in goal in that World Cup final, we have a different discussion.
I don't know if he's the best keeper, but when it comes to saving penalties, yeah, he's the best.
No, he's the best keeper. He's been saving Milan's ass.
Kenny, right now on form, who is a better keeper than Mike Maignan on form? Because it's not Courtois. It's not Courtois.
Why not?
Because
maybe. I would agree. Oblak.
No. Give me no.
Oh no, I haven't been watching Atletico like that.
Okay, Gatlo, talk about the game.
See, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Calabria, man. That guy put Kivic on lock, man. Like, bro, he defended well, man. The way I was watching this game, man. Did you see that Leao's tackle on? I think it was Politano, but I thought that was a foul. But it was a good tackle.
You
see, it's one of those when if it was given a penalty, I can't argue too much about it, but it wasn't given a penalty, and I think that ultimately got Politano out of the game, and he got injured after that. Like, the defending Milan put on Napoli, man, was crazy. And the funny thing is, after Giroud missed that penalty, I thought, man, you screwed up. But then I think because I was watching both games, I was listening to Marca talk about the Napoli game, and they were talking about Jude. And I was like, bro, you gotta look at that game because I'm sorry, I know the goal scorer is Jude. Let's be honest, that's Leao's goal.
Yes, 100%, 100%.
That run he made, bro. The guy eliminated like two players around, man, and the intelligence to pass that ball. You know, it shows you the difference between someone like Leao and Felix or
Yes.
Mudrik because Mudrik, I saw him make a run. He didn't dribble anybody, but I saw him make a run, and the guy just shot it out. Like that made me laugh. But you see, Leao his intelligence to just find Jude in the box, and you see that is another reason why you need a striker because as trash as Jude is overall,
You show
that focal
they are always there. They'll always be there.
as much as Liao's run was amazing, the fact that that focal striker, he put himself in that position.
And yes, he knows where to be because Gatlock, you're preaching as a striker. All you've done and everything is about positioning, right place at the right time. And these things you can't teach. These things just come natural to you. So
instinctual.
For AC Milan, man, because I think I saw their game or I looked at their lineup in the weekend before this game, and I think they rested players, man. I think they're putting their all for this Champions League, which is crazy because they're fourth, they could still miss out, which I don't understand. But I think they're putting their all for this Champions League, man. I know before this quarterfinal, I think it was Yassi and some other people who were saying they don't want a Milan derby because they think it's going to be boring. I don't think it is.
no, hell, it's going to be amazing.
It's not going to be boring. Now, based on what we're saying now, it's not going to be boring, man.
It will be
I didn't
amazing.
expect this
I
though.
still feel
Yeah, I didn't
Benfica.
expect them to play this well though.
Yeah,
Both teams, bro.
yeah, don't worry. But yes, I don't believe nobody did. That's the thing. The thing is, I still feel Benfica can come back, but
Nah.
it's amazing if we have a Milan semi, bro.
No, for me, I feel. You see, 1-0, yes. 2-0 now. I don't see. I don't. I see Benfica's. I don't see Benfica scoring two goals without reply in San Siro against Inter. I think they're scoring one. I don't see them scoring 2 goals without reply. First of all, I don't think Inter will concede twice. If they do, Inter will score at least once. I think that second goal for me, that's in my view, that's ended the tie.
That's
for
true.
me.
And I'm forgetting this guy, the other black goalkeeper in Milan.
Onana, very good,
He's
very good, very good.
He's very good.
No, but the thing that is that I think as good as Onana is, I feel safer with Menio.
Yes.
True.
I feel with Onana, as good as there's like a mistake in him. I just feel, do you know what Menio is like? Those keepers where he's not there to be flashy. Because his positioning is so good, he doesn't make the flashy saves because his positioning is so good. Onana likes to do the flashy saves and so forth. I feel safer if I know Menio is thinking so.
Because when Kivicha stepped up for that penalty, I knew he was going to miss. I just knew he was going to miss because I was like,
Don't call him Kivicha anymore. Call him Double K, KK. There's no Kivicha.
that was reserved for Koulibaly. But anyway, bro, because when he stepped up for that penalty, like first of all, he missed against Frankfurt. And I was like, Mignon is very good at he can save penalties. Like, bro, if he was in that penalty shootout against Martinez and Argentina, bro, that doesn't end in five kicks, man. That's going to sudden death, maybe 8 kicks because Mignon is very good. And I'm just looking at and the way he saved that penalty, he punched it out. There was no comeback from that. Like he was very good, man. He was very good. But the thing is, this Milan team, man, I don't know if they can go all the way, but if they do, if they make it to the final against City, I won't lie, with their defense, they have that Malik Tor guy. Tomori is good. Theo Hernandez was a bit. He was a bit.
Let's winning, man.
They're not beating City. They're not beating City. No. My thing. No, let's just bro. Anybody who comes out of the City Madrid side, they're winning it.
I don't know.
Madrid's
they are.
If it's AC Milan, football heritage, me lives.
No. Man City already lost their first final.
Yeah.
They're winning next.
They're winning. No, for me, it's like that heritage works against Napoli. It doesn't work against Haaland and City.
It works against Liverpool last year, bro. Okay, Real Madrid defended throughout the entire game, bro, and they still won. I'm just saying, if AC Milan find a way, I think they. Okay. I just hope I don't want City to do the trouble.
Let me come to Barry, Hazem, then Antonio. Barry, talk to me.
Yeah, first of all,
Wow,
Yeah.
he's a Milan fan.
Yes, can Barry talk, please? Can Barry please talk? Thank you.
No, shout out to Hazard, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
The only fan in this place that doesn't switch, and he's
I
been
know.
suffering and has come. Shout out to
Let's
Hazard.
just ask him. Barry, go for it. Barry, go for it.
Now, first of all, big shout out to Milan. You know, football always feels right when Milan is at the top of Europe. So it's good to see them back in this position. I want to also give a big shout out to the defense. Tomori, Calabria, Simon Kerr, they did their thing. And for Napoli, it's rough because it's been one of the best teams in their history. And you had a golden opportunity. You didn't have to face Real Madrid on a quarter or in a semi. You didn't have to face City, Bayern. You didn't have to face like a big powerhouse team. And there was a lot of things that didn't go their way. Obviously, the suspension of Kim Min-jae, Zamboa Gisa, they didn't take their chances today. And about Kivica, I still rate him. I think he's a quality player. He's going to be one of the best players in the world. But today he had a rough game, you know. At certain times, because he was getting double teamed. At times, I was like maybe squared to Osimhen, Zielinski, tried to find openings for other teammates, but he didn't really do that. And the penalty, you just knew he was going to miss because confidence was low. They didn't have a good game. And if you take out Emi Martinez, Maignan is probably the best keeper when it comes to saving penalties. So you just knew that it wasn't going to go well. But big shout out to Milan. And if they go to the final, it'll be great. But if they face most likely City, I don't know because they fumbled the bag once. So it's hard for me to see a scenario where it could happen twice. But,
no way.
Yeah, but big shout out to Milan, man. Big shout out.
Hazem, talk about it. Hazem.
I told you last season. I said Inter's gonna win and Milan's gonna make Champions League, and that happens. This season, since the beginning, I said Milan's gonna win Scudetto, and that happens. I'm telling you, next season, I'm telling you, Milan is gonna do something big in the Champions League. We already.
No, you're not.
Yes,
let him land.
I'm telling you, we already secured a couple of signings. We just need a right winger and a number 10. I trust Maldini in the process, and I'm telling you, we're gonna reach. I believe if we make the necessary signings, quarters, I believe we can reach the quarterfinal next season.
God damn.
And we're in pot
one.
And we're in pot one.
Wait, hold on. So sorry, John. What
we're in pot one. So we're gonna have an easier group, definitely. Last time we were in pot 4.
Wait, hold on. Don and then Delta. Don, what are you saying?
I was asking, do you believe you can defend the Scudetto next season?
Yeah, I believe so. But I believe we're gonna be focusing more on the Champions League next season. Milan, at the end of the day, it's a Champions League club, the Champions League DNA.
Yeah, but what's the point of focusing on if you're not gonna win it?
No, never say never. You never say never. But
Hazem.
Be realistic, man. You just said that you feel you can get to the quarters. That's not really big.
Yeah, but saying I feel I can get to the quarters doesn't mean it's impossible to win it. Any team can win it.
I'll leave it there, guys. Whoa, I'm back. A year later, bro. I'm back.
Wait. Just one thing. You know what? I want Milan to win just because of Don Smoke, man. I just want.
You have to get up. Everyone get up. Everyone stand up. Everyone clap. Everyone stand up. 1 minute. Let's do 1 minute. 1 minute. Everyone stand up.
That's a W right there, bro.
That's a W. You know what? Low key.
Thank you.
Low key. I want a Milan and City final and just Milan to so I can rub it in Don Smoke's face, man.
Because we clowned Hazem. Everyone here clowned Hazem and so forth and everything. And because look, they're in the semis. They're in the semis. They're in the UCL semis. I never saw it. Man.
Listen, bro. Like, I waited a long time for this, and like, I wasn't expecting semis, to be honest. I was expecting quarters, but semis, like, that's crazy. And this team, like, you have to give credit to Pioli first of all, because people forget about Pioli. Like, this coach has done so much for us. He won the league last season. Now we're in the semis, and it's a young squad, bro. It's a young squad. Like, all these players, they were young last season. They didn't have much experience. And they just built with us. It was the same as the Liverpool project before, where they signed young players and then eventually they brought them to the top. So now we're just going into the semis. We're confident. And shout out to Mike Maignan, best keeper in the world right now.
Yeah,
without a doubt. And of course, Leao, we know he's like top 3 wingers right now, so there's no question about it. Also, Theo, man, they were insulting his son before the game, man. They were threatening him with death.
Jesus.
The Napoli fans, they wanted to kill his son and so forth, his 1-year-old. So he just shut them down, man. This team has personality, bro. This team has so many big players like Theo, Maignan, but even Ben Nasser. People don't talk about how good a midfielder Ben Nasser is. He's like the best midfielder in the league, probably. So now Milan derby in the semis, and yeah, man. Like, what can I say, man? We against Napoli, like the game was, we did what we had to do. Basically, it was Champions League DNA.
Yes, DNA.
We get the job done. We played on the counter, and when you have players like Leao in the counter attack, like you can play counter attack because you know that he's gonna take advantage of one of those chances. You can't stop Leao when he makes one of those runs, man. It's like a bulldozer. So yeah, man. Maybe against Inter Milan, we'll see. But against Inter Milan, I
think the streets are getting a Milan derby semi.
Unless
Benfica do something crazy, and for me, I think that's going to be a crazy 2 legs, bro.
Yeah.
Like basically, guys, if you think about it, imagine if we have Real Madrid, Man City on one side, Milan derby on the other side. Those are 2 blockbuster semis, bro. Those are 2 mad semis.
And listen, I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys on one thing. I think, first of all, I think the Milan is gonna be Milan-Madrid in the final, and Madrid is gonna win the Champions League. Unfortunately, I mean, no, unfortunately, but unfortunately for people like HH who don't want the narrative to be like,
No, Hazem. Wait, hold on. City are losing to Real Madrid again.
Hazem. No, hold on. Hazem. You do know Real Madrid has not lost a European final since 1981, right?
Hazem, you're not beating Real in a final. The heck?
No, I said Real.
No, I said Real Madrid is winning.
Gonna win. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay, I may have misheard the comment.
Sorry, if Milan is against City though in the final, I think Milan has a bigger chance against City than Madrid.
Because Hazard, what you saying? Heritage?
Exactly.
Yeah, Heritage. It's a one game. And listen, Napoli before these 2 games, they were the top scorers in the Champions League. They beat Ajax 6-1, right? They beat Liverpool 4-1. So they had so many goals, and we can see the 1 goal against them.
No. Wait, but Hazard, how good is Leao, man? How good is this dude?
That guy is top 3 wingers right now. If not like top 2 even.
I mean, the guy. This is a player.
The thing is, you know how hard it is to dribble like that when you're 6 foot tall. Like,
yes,
like the center of gravity is
yeah,
that guy always smiling as well, man.
And he passed 3 players, bro.
No. Look at the thumbnail. I picked the thumbnail where he's doing like this with a smile and so forth. Look,
he passed 3 players. Yeah.
But let me ask you this, and I want to go to Antonio. If you could choose, who would you rather face, Benfica or Inter? Who would you rather face?
Inter, definitely, 100% Inter, because like, who wouldn't want a Milan derby in the semis?
No. Who do you think that? We can definitely beat them over 2 legs. We can beat them.
We can beat Inter, trust me, because Inter beat us. True, Inter beat us this season, but we know Inter well, and now it's a different Milan. We have a different mentality right now. So over 2 legs, I believe we can beat Inter. Leao knows Inter well. Their defense, he destroyed their defense.
Sorry, and also, do you know why it's great? We can actually now concentrate on both games because each game will be on the separate night. Because guys, let's be real, you can't focus on 2 games. You can't. So it's good now. We're like, 1 game is on Tuesday, 1 game is on Wednesday. You can't watch 2 games. It's impossible.
That's why it's usually very helpful when one team is trash, like the Chelsea Real Madrid game.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let me come to
defense is what's going to make the difference, because the defense has been amazing this Champions League.
Shout out to Tomori, bro.
Yeah, Tomori is amazing. Like, thank you, Chelsea, man. Thank you, Chelsea, for giving us Tomori.
Okay, hold on. Let me come to
and this guy still doesn't start for England.
Wait. Antonio, talk to me. So, thoughts on the game, man?
Yeah, I'm actually like, this is the happiest I've been. I don't think I'm ever going to be happier unless we go to the next round. But it's been like over a decade, man. I agree with what everything Hazem said, except for one thing, which I'll get on later. First, big up to you guys for actually putting some respect on Milan. This panel's been pretty good. But like you said, there's a lot of other people who literally have been ignoring our existence in this competition this entire year. I mean, we love that disrespect. We love being the underdogs. But, I think, like you said, heritage, and I think we're a very well-coached team, and we have a few star players that can eventually become really, really big. I think I don't usually like get this right, but I was actually able to sort of predict the way these two games would go. I think I was on the panel and I said that I predicted a Milan 1-0 win the first leg. I think I was here and I said that. I was seeing a home win, and then I was also thinking that if we were to go through, we would have to play a very defensive, get a tough draw, and in the Maradona with Osimhen back, it's going to be very tough. But I think we can get it done. We have Mike, we have everything we need. Both games played out similarly. Napoli have been amazing on the ball. The way they attack, the way they move, their intensity from the beginning whistle. They almost scored in the first leg with Kvaratskhelia. Today they were attacking us. I was nervous, but we weathered the storm and we were tactically prepared to play like that. So I want to say, like Hazem said, Pioli deserves more respect. Like I feel like no one talks about him as an actual, real manager. He wasn't supposed to be a good manager when he came in, but he won us the league. And this guy, he's realistic, right? Obviously, we don't have the overall quality of some other teams, but this guy knows how to set up a team to get a result. And we saw against Napoli that we had to sort of play like this and use our talent with our pace, with Leao, Hernandez, other players, and hit them on the counter. Both games, Lobotka was kind of pressured like crazy on Napoli because we put Benacer on him, pressing him the entire game. So we were ready for, we studied this. This was very deliberate. We kept the same formation both games. That we said, you guys, we know how you're going to play. Are you going to try to change and adapt? Or because we're not going to. We're going to keep playing the way we are. And it actually worked out. We had to defend a lot, but I'm super, super happy about that. I want to say Magnan, like you guys have said, I've been, when we got rid of Donnarumma and we brought in Magnan, I saw him. Milan played against Lille that same season in the Europa League. And we actually lost them. That was the year they won the French league. Magnan was outstanding in those games, and I said that this guy has the mentality of someone who can be not only a great goalkeeper but a leader as well. Like Hazem said, the way he commands the back line is unbelievable. He's probably one of my favorite players on the team right now. And I mean, when he saved that Kvaratskhelia penalty, he kept us in there, and he always steps up. He never fumbles, man. This guy's on point. So I'm so happy that we got him. And Donnarumma is never going to be the leader. Yeah, and Donnarumma is never going to be the leader that Magnan.
Is he a clown, Donnarumma? How do you leave football heritage for no heritage?
Bro,
that money,
he chose the bag. He chose the bag, man. Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean,
they don't blame Donnarumma.
So Antonio, let me ask this before I get some dubs. Antonio, if you were to choose, who would you rather play in the semi-final?
Yeah, this is where I disagree with Hazem. I would rather play Benfica just because Inter, we play them a lot. First of all, not only for my health, right? I don't know if I can take a Milan Derby semi-final without suffering some long-term side effects because I'm about to go crazy. I know it'll be fun, but too anxiety-inducing for me. But I think Inter plays more defensive, and it's sometimes harder for us when they're actually solid for us to get through that because we really thrive on the counter sometimes, and Inter is always going to have players back. So it's tough for us to punish them the way we did against Napoli because Napoli couldn't deal with our fast breaks. Their center backs aren't as fast. Inter's defenders kind of just stayed back, and they always have at least 3 or 4 people back. Benfica is a little bit more open. They play well, but I think our defense showed that we can defend against that, like a team like Benfica that moves the ball really well. And for me, I would choose Benfica, but I mean, Inter's most likely, and I think that we'll take either game. And
Antonio, you're going to have to deal with the pressure. Because I think it's going to be Milan Derby, man. So
the atmosphere for this game is going to be.
Oh, it's going to be mad.
Let me just say one quick thing. I just want to put some respect on the Leao and Giroud for coming back and defending. That tackle that Leao made on.
Oh, that was a huge tackle.
What's his name? On I think Lozano. That was such an amazing tackle, and it wasn't a penalty. He touched the ball. If you look at the replay, he touched the ball.
Yeah, because it looked like if it was a foul, but I didn't see the other angle. I think they showed another angle which I didn't see.
Yeah, he touched the ball first. So Spalletti was crying after the game, but
let me hit the dubs. So from Tapiwa Musa, thank you for the dub, Tapiwa. Menia is a huge difference maker. Not only just actual saves, but the way he ushers Milan's backline and helps them. It's night and day the amount of defensive errors they had when Tata was in goal for them. Look, see. having a great keeper, you don't understand, it's a psychological thing. It's not only about good saves, it breeds confidence. If you have a keeper who makes mistakes, it actually lowers the confidence of the defensive line because it means that, man, we have to now do more defense, especially if a guy he's fumbling, parrying the ball everywhere. That's why the defenders with Kepa, with Kepa behind us, we know that we're screwed. Look at France with Lloris. You know, Lloris, anything that comes anywhere near him, he's going to miss it. But when you have a solid keeper who makes it, that's the key thing about a great keeper. See, good keepers, they make good saves. Great keepers, they make it look simple. That's why Neuer is so great, because he makes difficult saves look simple. And what you see from Meunier is he's not diving, last touch. If he has to, but most times, like, I know where the ball is going to be, so I'm going to position myself so I don't have to dive. I don't have to do a fingertip save.
French talent pool is insane, man.
You know what's more shocking, HH?
Yes.
He replaced Donnarumma with air. People were saying he was going to.
He was supposed to be the next great keeper.
He was going to be the next Buffon.
Like Donnarumma was supposed to be. Remember, Donnarumma broke in when he was like a teenager. So he was supposed to be the next great keeper. Yeah. But this guy, remember, Donnarumma was responsible for it not making it through with that mistake he made, and also that mistake against Real. And now, Meunier right now, in my opinion, on form, he's the best keeper in the world right now. Meunier's the best keeper in the world right now.
And the fact that Maldini knew, when he calls Donnarumma and he told him, bro, you're taking too long with this contract extension. We have Meunier, we don't need you anymore. Bye. Like Maldini knew, and that's it.
Yeah.
So let me hit this dubs and come down to Antonio. It's fair. Milan matches well against Napoli. Lazio and Inter beat Napoli 1-0, but Milan did it much more easily. Onana and Meunier, good goalkeepers, are important for stability. Yeah, no, look, as I said again, look, I think we now see, we are seeing some really great keepers right now. And I think that if it is Inter Milan, it would actually be amazing just seeing, first of all, in Milan derby, two great keepers as well, and two great defenses. So just the amounts of similarities between Milan and Inter are great, which is what okay, interesting. Again, if Inter hold on against Benfica. Jadon Alvarado, super disappointed Napoli lost. I was rooting for Chucky. Oh yeah, Chucky Lozano. But I'm super glad we can see an Italian in the final. I hope Man City don't win it. Look, for me, I feel that we are almost, unless Inter totally screw up, I think we are pretty much guaranteed to have a Serie A team in the final. And I just think that would be pretty amazing because nobody would have really guessed a Serie A team to make the final.
I want to apologize. I actually want to apologize because I've said some stuff about Inter and Milan, that they're the two worst sides left in the competition. I want to apologize to that. I'm not going to lie to you. I was saying because of their form. I'm not going to lie to you. Milan's form and Inter form was not great. And I was like, these guys don't look. Benfica and Napoli were on fire. They were absolutely on fire, and I think, like Kazim said, we have to give credit to the Milan's manager. The guy is underrated. I generally believe it. Like Milan, in my opinion, in the Serie A, we're not having a good season, especially defending the Serie A title. They have underwhelmed, but for him to reset and actually steer the ship, and them to actually start doing well in the Champions League, it is extremely hard to do. It's extremely hard to do. So I'm shout out to him, man. He's doing his thing.
Someone look out for KC, man.
HH, can I speak on this for a sec?
Actually, quick, hold on. Let me just do that to come back to it. So, Abris Fair, what's he saying? HH, don't jinx Inter. Stay off Twitter. Okay, I will. I promise. I won't say anything on Twitter. I won't tweet. All right, I won't tweet. Abris Fair. Inter and Milan match well against City because they're good at counters, but City are too balanced. And Alvarez coming off the bench, City have no excuse. For me, again, look, here's the thing. The beauty of football is we cannot predict that anything can happen. I just believe, again, we can't see the future, but I just believe anybody who comes out of the City-Madrid tie win the UCL. But again, we just have to see how it all rolls through. Antonio, talk to me, bro.
Yeah, on that point about our form this season, not only did we miss Magnan for 4 months, I'm pretty sure, which, like you guys said, how important he is. He's a complete goalkeeper. He's amazing. But I think we had probably one of the worst summer transfer windows we've had in the past few years. Even though we don't have a lot of money, the player that we spent the most money on was De Ketelaere, who has 1 assist this entire season and has basically been a failure. I don't know if he'll be better as he matures, but right now he's basically he contributes 0 to the team. We signed Dest, who we basically kicked off the team because of how bad he did this season. We signed Origi to come off the bench for Giroud. I mean, he scored 1 goal the entire season. So we basically didn't help our depth. So we only have 1 strong starting 11. And Pioli has done a miracle with this team. Because I mean, we suffered with a lot of injuries, but now we're kind of healthy, so we're able to push in the Champions League. But our form really suffered because of that, I think.
But Antonio, like I understand, like I agree with you. This transfer window was really bad, but you have to give credit to Maldini and Massaro for the previous transfer windows.
Oh
in
yeah,
terms of like catching the players and their talents, like Tomori and Manian, Leao. No one knew that Leao was this good, you know, and he improved through the seasons. But also credit to Pioli that he improved these players.
yeah. I blame the owners, by the way, not the scouting department. It's the ownership, not like Maldini and Massaro. And our scouting is great, but it's the fact that we don't have a lot of money to spend, right? So they're doing a great job. Yeah.
Let me hit this. So shout out to AKH, your analysis of the game is amazing. Oh, no, look, thank you. But I definitely want to give you just I didn't have time for the whole thing, but I have to give a shout out to Milan because see, my thing about Milan is you have to understand. I grew up with AC Milan. Probably one of the first jerseys I ever owned was George Weah's AC Milan jersey. That was one of the first jerseys I ever owned, like in the mid-90s and so forth. So it was so weird that period where Milan were not in the UCL because growing up and so forth. That thing of San Siro and that AC Milan jersey, that was like a staple. That was a UCL staple every year of AC Milan, San Siro, and that jersey, what it means. And also, what's it? Yeah, they're the second most successful team in the UCL, behind the Real Madrid. So, yeah, so there's a reason why those guys are there, man. Wink. Kivicha is severely overrated. Leao #1 since day one. Look, see, my thing is
nice eyelashes.
Okay, look. That didn't trust me. Wing doesn't look anything like that. Trust me. But my thing though is, look, I just feel it's a case of it's Kivic is still amazing, but you're obviously not that good because these are the games where you really have to perform. And my thing, as good as Kivic has been, who was the guy that's really came in clutch and said what's up? It was Leao.
No, but HH. I mean, Fischer played well, man. Like it's like he completed like 22 dribbles. It's just but was so good. We defended him so well. That's the problem.
He trust me. He played supremely well. Doing amazing dribbles, getting past guys. But it's just about that's doing that finishing thing. That's big moments. Because let's be real. As much as Kivic did, the most iconic moments of the whole game was Leao's run. That was the most iconic moment.
But HH, shout out to Simon, man. That header. At the end, he scored, bro. That header at the end, that was a dot header, man. That was not easy.
If Fischer scores his pen, maybe you never know how the game would have gone as well.
I mean, that's a key moment. It's a key moment.
I'll say this though. People won't mention this, but HH when Milan destroyed, I mean, absolutely took apart Napoli and Serie A. When they went to the Maradona Stadium, HH, I think a lot of people overlooked that.
No, they didn't have Osimhen.
But that's
and everything said no had Osimhen, they've struggled. So my thing that people say, okay,
Osimhen is not going to defend those 4 goals, is he?
Exactly.
I mean, true, but again, you know what they say, attack is the best form of the defense, and when your best attacker is out there, it could affect your defending. Whereas if you have your best attacker and you are attacking a lot better and so forth, that means you have less defending to do. If your best attacker is there,
if that was 2-0 or 1-0.
No, but if you look closely at these games, one thing I realized is Napoli. Milan tactically they figured out Napoli. That's the truth.
It's all about tactics, man. It's about tactics.
Them out. And that game going away to the Maradona, even though they didn't have Osimhen, HH, I think that was the momentum shift. Because coming into this tie, Milan, yes, Napoli in both ties, in both games, Napoli didn't play that bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. They had their chances. They didn't play that bad. But defensively, the way Milan set up defensively at home and away, HH was absolute class. I'm telling Hazem says Kavishka wasn't bad, but still, Kavishka, in a way, they took him out of the game. He's good enough to actually do his thing, but at the same time, they made him ineffective. They really did.
So let's revert back and so forth, so we can round off the whole Chelsea Madrid. So Gatlock, I said I would come back to you for Chelsea Madrid, and I'll come to the guys AK and so forth. So Gatlock, Chelsea Madrid, man. Gatlock, don't do this. Gatlock, don't do this.
We're coming for that UCL that they stole. We're coming for.
Gatlock, don't do this. No receipts. I don't want any receipts. No.
Bro. Come on.
No, Gatlock, no. You do it. I meet you. Don't see the play that receipts.
It's just that it's. I don't know where you get your confidence. Don't worry, I'm still going to put it on Twitter. Because the thing is, I don't know where you get your confidence from about this Chelsea team. Because, bro, first of all, like I said about Mudryk, how he ran through and just shot and missed. Like, what makes me laugh is listening to the English pundits how they try to find positive in this.
They are.
I saw no positive in this, man, because I don't even know how. Immediately the game started, and I was like, when I saw the lineup, I was like, you guys need to score, right? Because I was a bit confused when I saw the 3-5. I was like, this is exactly the same shit in the first leg. I was thinking you guys will come out all guns blazing, like maybe Modric, Sterling, Felix, ZXF was even available. I didn't even know that. And maybe something you could try something because you guys had chances in the first leg. You guys did nothing. I know your midfield, your build up was great, but once you got to the final third, you were trash. You were trash. The way you were just giving the ball away, and to be fair, Real Madrid didn't even play that great. I saw Modric make some misplaced passes everywhere. Benzema was off it. Vini was off it today too. He was just dribbling and nothing. Rodrigo was the only one doing something, and good that he got both goals, man. And the way he walked it in, that second goal was crazy. Look, for Chelsea, I don't know what future you guys have, except for, you see, the only future I see is Nkunku and Lukaku are coming. I don't know what Lukaku's mind frame is going to be in Chelsea, because we all know his heart is Inter Milan. If you guys can play Nkunku behind Lukaku, maybe you guys finally have your attack, because your midfield is decent if you have Enzo and Kante with a new manager. That's the only positive I can see with you guys. That Lampard is not going to be here come next year.
Thank the Lord.
So if you have a new manager with Lukaku up top, a focal point, maybe add somebody else. I know you can't spend much. Just add a body there to back up Lukaku, Nkunku behind him, because that's the honest truth. You need somebody behind Lukaku. You need either Havertz or Nkunku. It should be Nkunku. Like, Havertz will probably warm the bench, and maybe Sterling on the left, Modric or the left or somebody. You guys have too many players, man. I can't even go through them. The point is not all doom and gloom. I can see you guys coming back up next season. You just have to get your recruitment right. Some of the players are still there. We know that Enzo has quality. Okay, we know Kante has quality.
God luck, Andre Santos is coming as well.
Okay, yeah, that guy too. The only problem is I don't really trust your board, if in all honesty, to get the right guy.
And also to not being involved, man, because that's the key thing. Like, you're so bad. The key thing is that for people like Boli, don't be involved. Like, because this has just been an embarrassment. Because we could have been saved by the UCL. Like, the hope was 2012 vibes and so forth, but now reality has hit, and the reality is this is now officially, arguably, the worst season in Chelsea's Premier League history. Changes have to be made.
Has been Nagelsmann. I don't see Lukaku working with Enrique. Honestly, you see how he does with Morata. I don't see him working with Enrique. It has to probably be Nagelsmann. The way Nagelsmann plays, this team could actually gel a bit. But that's if the board and the backroom staff, like, if he stays out of the way, because the thing is, you can have the quality on the pitch, but even as a manager, but if the top is trash, then I'm sorry, it's not gonna work out so well for you guys. But look, it's not all doom and gloom. I think the best thing for Chelsea is, let's see how the beginning of let's come back after like December 2023.
God,
Let's see
why
what Chelsea at that moment.
Why are you giving them false hope, bro? Why are you giving these guys? Why are you lying to them? Why are you giving them false hope?
No, it's not false hope.
Bro, listen, they have an owner that wants to be the coach. Like, what part of that do people do not understand? The fact that the owner comes down and goes to the dressing room to give a speech means that, hey, he wants to be the coach. He wants to be involved.
Hold on. Let me hear some other stuff will come out. So, AK then Elijah, thoughts on the Chelsea Real Madrid game?
So I think Lampard is heading towards a new record. He might be the first manager to actually complete the 007 thing. Players
Lovely.
did it, but now Lampard might do it as a manager. So I think that's odd. Personally, it's never happened before. HH, can I please ask what's the point of Cucurella?
To run around and for his head to flow around, running around. That's what he's there for.
I think the only useful thing he's done this season is having his hair pulled by Christian Romero. That's I think the only useful thing he's done this season. He hasn't done anything else.
That's fresh.
No, he played well against Dortmund the second leg, bro.
No, I didn't even think he played well then. He was just running around acting busy, but he never actually played the role of a center. Cucurella has mastered the art of acting busy while running. He doesn't run. He doesn't run for a reason. He just runs around. It's called the Henderson syndrome. You just run around to make people think that you're busy.
So you call him Gallagher?
Running around for actual purpose.
He says Gallagher on defense. That's
Actually, you're right. Actually, you're right. I don't even know why I'm defending Max Cinderella. Go ahead.
Continue.
Gallagher, it's the same thing for him. I mean, he has the same syndrome as Cucurella. It's just on a higher level since he takes methamphetamine as well.
Okay, they're attracting, bro.
Also, did you know that yesterday Chelsea signed another number 10, a 15-year-old from Ecuador?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many number 10s are you gonna sign? You have a number 10 from an age spectrum of 15 to 25, and you have no striker. Your only striker is 32 years old, and has
they're stacking up. They're stacking up draft picks. AK, that's what they're doing.
It's what it is. It's mad science, man. Mad science.
And finally,
I've actually got breaking news, guys.
What's the breaking news?
I'm subscribed to this. Don't ask me why, but this nonsense newspaper called Chelsea Chronicles, and it's a local Chelsea club newspaper. And they said the prime target for the summer transfer as a striker is going to be Julian Alvarez.
Wait, what?
I swear to God.
Didn't he just sign an extension?
He just signed an extension.
I mean, also, I want to speak on.
Look at his face. I told you, God, stop giving these guys false hope. These guys have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, Bully is a mess.
Julian Alvarez, the player, isn't like a bad link. It's just that you could have gotten Julian Alvarez for 14 million like a year ago.
Now they'll have to pay in excess of 75 plus.
The guy just signed an extension. The guy is like Man City. Why are you? It's like when you're trying to buy Romeo Lavia. Southampton just signed him 2 months ago. You're trying to buy him.
The World Cup ended, he signed the extension.
Wait, hold on. Okay, AK, back. Okay, AK, what do you find now? Come to Elijah.
I was looking at your manager list. You know the Fluminense manager has like soft links to you. Like really, it's not like serious links, but he has links to you.
We're interviewing everybody.
You're looking at
I think my interview is next Thursday. My interview is next Thursday.
Good luck on it. You might get it.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe. Thanks,
They might fight you.
Wait. Actually, yes, isn't yours in 2 weeks' time? Or is it 3 weeks' time? Your interview.
No, I lost the context, bro.
Oh, okay.
I didn't because I missed call and everything.
Okay, cool. All right. Good luck, though.
Yes, sir, that's bad. Even as a joke, you don't want to join.
Can I speak on Rodrigo and Madrid?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. And then come to Elijah. Go for
You want HH to cuss me, bro? Come on.
Yes, yeah. Can you?
I mean, I think Rodrigo. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think Rodrigo, if you put him in his best position on the left, and gave him the time and the space that Vinny has, I generally think Rodrigo can be as good, if not better, than Vinny. Because in terms of sheer technical ability, combination play, I think Rodrigo's a better technical footballer than Vinny. But Vinny has
people have said that. Yeah,
gifts to him.
Yeah.
I think Rodrigo is very good. I think
Like basically, Vinny is more dynamic and can do more dynamic things, and I think he is much more of a match winner. But I think overall, in terms of just technical talent, Rodrigo's dribbling and technical fundamentals are a lot tighter and more refined than Vinny's. So.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of the Leao Vicha comparison, by the way.
Actually, can I say something?
Yeah. Sure, no. Let me go to Elijah. Elijah, give your thoughts on comments. Yes, Elijah.
HH, pull up my AVI, man.
Do I have to?
Have you guys seen this GIF before? The come on, do something.
Come on, do something. Yeah.
That was you guys today. And then this is what happened on the radio. Here's the crazy part that happened on the radio. Hold on a second. Stop this.
We're listening. We can't, Elijah. We can't hear anything. Elijah, we can't.
Everyone's in Chelsea. Everyone's in Fernandes. Everyone's in Zakaria. Kante. Abukata. James. Whistle. Chilwell. Thiago Silva. Jesse. Everyone's in the Drogba. Everyone's in Chukwuemeka. Everyone's in Andrew Santos.
Okay, that's top spot.
Oh yeah, and okay. Elijah, please turn this off. Elijah, please turn this off. Elijah, please, never play that ever again, please. Thank you.
You guys, bro, you guys were getting grilled on Talksport today. I feel terrible.
Yeah, because Jason Kunde was on there, right?
Yeah, no, Jason Kunde was not there today. It was Dean Saunders and Jamie O'Hara. So, because Kunde does commentary for Chelsea FC TV.
Kunde's a clown as well, this guy.
Oh,
takes on
Chelsea.
He's an idiot, man.
I don't know what to tell you.
There's
bro.
nothing to say.
I told you yesterday. I told you Monday. Possible maybe relegation. At this rate, you guys maybe have to go to national because this is a disgrace.
It's a disgrace.
No effort. There was no effort. There was no. You guys look good in the first half. First half, you guys look good, and for a little bit, and then the second half, it was like. What was that? Like you guys had a guy literally walk a marathon into the net, and like it was just like, dog, that was so bad. And then I keep on saying this, but like at this rate, Chelsea needs to start from scratch because this is disgusting. Like this is people are spending money to get away from work. Stresses of life, and then they have to walk into the bridge and deal with more stress. So it's sad. It's sad to see. Hopefully you guys get it together, but that was a disaster class. And then also HH, you gotta. I think you need to do a written apology to the streets for your self-incrimination of the last 6 months. Because that it's been horrendous. You didn't win. You haven't won anything, and it's sad. So I think you may need to apologize to the people, so that maybe a clean slate would be very helpful on your end.
Maybe a time in the Brick Academy again.
Yeah, a time in the Brick Academy, maybe. Maybe let Yasir host the show for a little bit.
All right. Let's take some debates. From Abrisfair, Renato Sanchez was the main target for Milan, but PSG. Ooh, interesting. The Milan Messenger. Why are people blaming Kvara? He was getting doubled the whole game and did some nice crosses throughout. It was on Spalletti for making it predictable. No, look, see, nobody here. Nobody has opened the mouth and said he is the reason why Napoli lost. But you have a penalty, you have to score. I'm sorry, you've got to score the penalty.
One thing I realized is Napoli is one-dimensional. Napoli is literally like.
Yes. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
There's the league, there's the UCL.
Yeah.
And the league and the UCL are not the same things because there's just the way you psychologically approach a league game is that you approach a UCL game. Do you know during that run that Real won 4 out of 5 UCLs? They won the league twice in a 10-year span. That team that won a three-peat, they only won the league twice. So that whole thing of there's league mode and UCL mode is different. Hence why you have to give massive kudos to a team to win the treble. Because you really need that certain concentration to really go out and compete and succeed on all 3 fronts. So it's a rare thing. But what we just saw here was Napoli, look, they've still had an outstanding season. But there is just something that is needed from me in the UCL. Look at City. Look at how many years City have been pushing. City 100 points, 98 points, goals record, only one UCL final. So even if City win the UCL now, you would have won it only once in how many years in which you've destroyed the Premier League? So it's what it is. Shout out to your boy Rodney Antoine. HH, in the modern era, aka the last decade, what is the best Chelsea team you've seen? Has Chelsea ever been a top 3 team in the world? I mean, that's the Mourinho team was probably the best thing, and that was like 05. Because 2012 was the remnants of 05. So 2012 was good, but really 2012, they were not at their peak. They were just using their quality. But that's basically the best Chelsea, the most entertaining Chelsea team I've seen was the Vialli, Hollitz, Zola team. That's the best Chelsea team I've seen in terms of just entertainment. But the best team in terms of just objectivity and effectiveness was Mourinho's first stint. That's Mourinho's first stint where he brought Deco and Carvalho. That was Chelsea's best team. Hence why
05, right?
But
05.
Paulo Ferreira.
Basically, when we had the defensive, that still starts the defensive record.
Yeah, you're right, because even Lampard came second or third in the Ballon d'Or that season.
Yeah.
Right.
Behind Ronaldinho.
No. That team was, and remember that was Essien. Because once Essien got injured, Chelsea was screwed. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But HH, the question he's talking about the dub is about the last 10 years. So we're talking from 2012 forward.
Oh,
you see, last 10.
Yeah,
Conte.
You put 2012
better than a Mourinho team?
No. Actually, you've got to say Conte's team. And but the issue with Conte's team is we never saw those guys tested in the Champions League. So those guys did really well in the league, but how good? Because remember, Conte is horrible in European wise. So as good as that team was, they were only good in the league. My thing is to really talk to me is, okay, how good are you now in the UCL? How good are you now in that Champions League? Like I told you, I still feel about that Liverpool game because I would have loved to see that Mourinho team against AC Milan in that final. Because I think Chelsea would have beaten Milan in that final in 05 if Chelsea made that final. But it is what it is. Okay, last thing, and we're out of here, man. Abris Fair. Napoli losses have been all against the counter-attack. Look, let's just pray that Napoli don't mess up in the Serie. They should close out the Serie. But I think this is merely about UCL heritage. Okay, yes, the last thing, and we'll be out of here.
1 second, yes, sir. Quick side note. Quick side note. Maradona's spirit. You can rest in peace now.
Well, they have to now see the Serie.
I was so concerned about that.
But Serie though, they still have the Serie though. So that's and let's be real, Napoli, their main aim was the Serie. But yes, talk to me.
Yeah, there's just a quick fact. Just something I saw that was sent to me in my DM. Did you guys know that Mourinho went 9 years without losing a single game in any league?
At home.
At
home. No. For once, like he had the best home record.
It's just 9 years.
Yeah, like Stamford Bridge. Yeah, it was crazy. Man.
He managed Chelsea.
No.
Porto,
Not only Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, in every team. Yeah.
150 games.
150 games.
Look, I told you, those are the days. Guys, look, man, it's been swell. It's been Gucci. Well, we'll be back here tomorrow where, of course, City will... Look, City are going to... I think the real thing is, can Inter make it an all... I think the real game is Inter Benfica. The other game is a full conclusion. But we'll be back here tomorrow where we should actually discuss the reactions. And then, obviously, look at the semis. But as for Chelsea, Lord knows when we'll be back in the UCL next. Peace out. Peace out.